bring the heat.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's your host, it's your boy, Rumboyz Robbie, founder, CEO of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. We are getting so close to that 3K mark. I can feel it. I can taste it. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not already. As you see, I'm not in my normal studio. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Spike that like button. Go ahead. The little gray button that's shaped like a thumbs up. Make it go blue. Dive off into the live chat. Indulge in some sports debates, some fantasy football debates. This is Rumboyz After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get right into our panel. Ladies and gentlemen, first up, representing the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. You can also catch him, spitting in Herm's terms over there at the lateral and so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, Herm's NFL.
That's what they call me, and that's what I named myself on Twitter when I made my profile, so you don't have another choice, baby.
Ain't that the damn truth? Ain't that the damn truth?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get into our very next panelist. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Dynasty Hot Sauce Fantasy Football Podcast, Fantasy Football Larry Monkey.
Yo, Larry Monkey. Larry Monkey. You like Larry Monkey. You like Larry Monkey. We like Larry Monkey too. Woohoo! Welcome. I love it, man. Thank you very much for having me tonight.
Bro, your get up is fucking insane. Like everybody's about to see y'all gonna see some shit tonight on tonight's podcast. I'm just gonna put that out there. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, you guys can catch him with goingfor2.com. He is a writer for Going for Two. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, drop the mic FF.
What's up? Wow. Okay.
What's up?
What's up, Robbie? Let's get this going.
Let's get this going. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is I want to let everybody know that tonight we are taking a podcast cherry. Okay, someone is popping their very first ever fantasy football podcast, their podcast cherry period.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. It's an honor. I mean, this is what the Rumboyz do, right? No better place for this guy to get a start. He is a Denver Broncos fan, and he is also running a couple of fantasy football leagues that he's going to be doing for autism awareness. He's already got one underway. Ladies and gentlemen, Calvin Brown.
Got you in Texas, boy, in here. Yeah. I'm Calvin, man. I'm here, and got my wig on. I'm ready to go. I'm shining. I see this the Rumboyz. It's tequila, but we're going to take a shot and get the show going.
Let's go.
There it is.
Keep it rolling, baby. Keep it rolling. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has got 100 guns and 100 takes. He's from New York, New York. Taco, TBS, the Daily Sporty.
What's up, y'all? I'm just happy you put me after Calvin because Monkey and Drop just went crazy. I was like, how am I supposed to come after that, bro?
All love,
Happy
all
to be here,
love.
man.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final panelist for tonight. You guys can check him on the Fantasy Godcast podcast. Make sure you guys check out the homie Will. It is the real Fantasy God. What up, Will?
What's up?
Oh, look at that there. Look at that.
I'm just excited I didn't have to follow Larry Monkey, man. That's a little crazy for me.
Bro,
The same thing, bro.
Let's get ready to rumble, baby. We got to hear one of
Let's
those.
go. I'm excited.
What in the Carol Baskin are you wearing, bro?
It's my Bengals robe. Shout out to the name / Kevin. He's got two names because that's how fabulous he is. He got me this robe for my birthday, so I'm rocking it at every live stream I get into. So let's go.
Hell yes. I dig it. First things first, we got to go ahead and we got to pay some bills. First thing I want to let you guys know about is monkeyknifefight.com. Promo code Rumboyz in all caps. That is Rumboyz spelled with a Z. You can download the Monkey Knife Fight app on both iOS and Android if you guys have not already. And daily fantasy prop action. You guys are already playing fantasy sports. Go ahead and play some props. NFL's right around the corner. I know that you got that itch. You can still get in on some baseball action with home run derby, star shootout for these NBA finals, so on and so much more. PGA, all that good stuff. Get on over there, monkeyknifefight.com. You see the logo in the corner. You see the promo code at the bottom. Make sure you hop on there. We'll match your deposit all the way up to your very first deposit all the way up to $50. Hey, Herms, take it away on that SportsMe thing.
Yeah, so SportsMe is a phone application so basically what you do is you go to the App Store, you click the search bar area, and then your keyboard will pop up. You will then type in SportsMe. You will download it. It will go faster if you are connected to Wi-Fi, at which point you will create a profile. And then once that is done, boom, you're in the SportsMe community. If you have takes about sports, which is kind of the whole point, you can make little videos and respond to people's battles and stuff. And you can show off all your sports knowledge that's just flowing through your noodle. And if you make the best point, then you do the thing where there's this thing where you can you click a button, it's like ding 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 ding. Yeah, it's just so you rack that up, you get some trophies if you win the battle and all that. So if they go to your profile, they'll be like, oh my god, this guy's so smart, he's cool, I'm gonna follow him, I'm gonna check out his podcast or her podcast, their podcast. This is inclusive. Now I'm already fucking up. Anyway, point is, shit. It's a phone application, and you do stuff with sports, and it's fun.
And you can battle your takes away.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun. SportsMe, it sports you.
Hell yes, SportsMe is sports you. I like that. Hey, let's go ahead. We gotta go ahead and tear this thing down. It's time to get into some sports topics. But before we do, y'all already know how we do here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboys and girls, what it do? Dilly. Let's go.
Dilly. I always take a step right before we do that.
Alrighty, so first topic. Y'all know how we do. We rock this thing like a snake, like a fantasy football snake draft. We're gonna start off with the homie Herms. This year's NFL Madden cover features both Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. This is the first time that two quarterbacks, okay, I typed athletes on the show sheet, but Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitz were on the Madden cover before. Two quarterbacks have graced the Madden cover together. Two quarterbacks. Does this make you believe that the Madden curse is officially broken? I mean, you got GOAT and mini GOAT. Herms.
I mean, I think it's been broken for a while, and I think that it's interesting because these two players have been on the Madden cover themselves independently before, and they did just fine when that happened. And even then, going back in history, I would say it probably broke I don't know, around Calvin Johnson, you know what I mean? Because that was Madden 13, and I think he did pretty good after that. I will say the Madden 25, Barry Sanders, he was already retired, so there's nothing that he can, be cursed by. So there's that. No, but but seriously, I mean, like after that, like there are some players that have kind of had like weird ups and downs and stuff, but for the most part, like I feel like that weird funk that was in there for a while. Like, look, I'm not saying that curses don't exist, and like low key, I'm pretty sure it was real for a while. But I think at this point, we can definitely say that it's done with. And like I said, rounding out my point with the thing that I said at the beginning, both Brady and Mahomes have already been on it, and they're doing okay. They just played in the Super Bowl against each other, so clearly, like if that doesn't say anything, I don't know what does. Like,
amen to that, Larry.
Yeah, I think it's over. I don't want it to exist anymore because it sucks when we have injured quarterbacks in the NFL. So, I'd like to see Brady have a legit shot at the repeat. And Mahomes as well, man. It sucks when quarterbacks get hurt, and maybe the fact that they've joined forces, maybe that mojo may work in their favor. Hopefully,
man. I'll say this. Look, before we get into Mike's take, Antonio Brown went a little bit off the deep end.
Not great. Not great.
Yeah, for a hot minute there, it wasn't, it wasn't the best shit, to be going down. So I just want to make sure, we do keep that in mind that man was on the Madden cover, and a year later, lost his shit. Mike.
Let's also not forget that we had a guy on the Madden cover that never had a career, Peyton Hillis. I mean,
yes.
I mean, as a star, he never had a career.
He had 1 year.
1 year. I mean, that was pretty much it.
That was deep.
The other reason I think that, as a Chiefs fan, obviously I'm happy that Mahomes is on the cover and I'm hopeful the curse is gone. But the other reason that I think that Madden had put these two on the cover, besides the fact that they're GOAT and mini GOAT, like you said, Robbie, is they hate the perception of the curse. So they've been putting guys that are bigger on the cover so they don't have to worry about that curse later on. They're already putting guys established like Brady. Because even if Brady had a bad year, most people won't say it was a curse. They'll just say it was a bad year because he's old.
Yeah. Okay. Calvin, does a curse still exist?
As the new guy getting his cherry pop, first off, it's a good thing I got something to drink here for you guys do me in like that. Second of all, I'm going to go off the rails a little bit. I always thought it did exist, and I don't want to see either one of them two get hurt, but it happens. It's a rough game.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Contact sports are very dangerous. Very dangerous.
True that.
Bro.
Yeah,
You got golfers that pull their thumb, bro. Like
Yeah.
and they treat it like it's the craziest thing. Hey,
Yeah.
Taco. Go ahead, Cal.
No, I'm sorry. And then Mahomes went through a little something last year, didn't he? He didn't play all the games. He did get hurt.
Yeah,
Brady,
thing,
like Mike said, is a little bit older, so it wouldn't be too much out of the realm of the possibility for Brady to see something happen again. I know it's a lot of Brady lovers out there, so I'm not trying to jinx anybody, but they still keep an eye on it.
Okay. Taco, what you got, bro?
Yeah, I think the curse is broken. Just because the last couple of this is Brady was on it in 18. And in 18, he ended up making it to the Super Bowl, so he was good. And then Lamar Jackson last year was good. But I really think that Madden wanted to have Aaron Rodgers as their cover, but because of everything that's going on with the Green Bay Packers, they couldn't do it, kind of like the year Kyrie was the cover of 2K. So that's the only reason why you have these two guys on, because Brady was in 18 and Mahomes was in 20, and now you got them both in there, and you have an MVP edition. That just screams you want the Aaron Rodgers, but you knew it was going to be too much having to change all your media up if Aaron Rodgers gets traded from the Packers to the Broncos, and now all the Broncos fans is going crazy,
Okay. Let's see here. Will.
Yeah, so I love the point that Taco made. I think Aaron Rodgers would have been a cool cover. I do believe in the Madden curse. Let's just say it's a little risky from a marketing standpoint to put Mahomes, who had an injury, like Herms had, or Calvin had mentioned, and Brady being so old definitely could get hurt, but I don't think it's going to happen. You know what I mean? I think there's going to be repeats in the future and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I'd never want to see Tom Brady go back to another Super Bowl in my life, but it's destined to happen. We all know it. So let's just bite the bullet and hope he wins one more and retires like we did last year.
Oh yeah, what up, Sean? Ayo, fucking Ping says I should have done Rodgers in plain clothes.
MLB The Show did that with Bryce Harper when they were putting him on the cover and he hadn't signed a deal yet. I mean, like, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, you're right. Damn, good points. Very, very good points. I don't know if the Madden curse is officially like broken.
Like OBJ was on that shit. Look at how that went.
Lamar Jackson, baby.
Lamar Jackson, yeah. I was just gonna say,
yeah. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he did his thing. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. But I mean, I think it's safe to say that it's as gone as it possibly could be. It's as over as much as it possibly could be.
I mean, do curses really exist?
Yes,
100%.
Yes.
Do you believe in it? It's up to you. Do you believe in it?
I mean, I believe in the curse of the Bambino.
Bro, I mean, yes, curses absolutely exist. Like, if curses didn't exist, the Bulls would have a freaking finals, like post Jordan.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, post Barry Krause.
Yeah, post Krause.
Yeah, there you go. Like, curses do exist. Look at the freaking Lions. Look at the Jets.
The Jets. Oh god.
Look at the Bengals. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit. Sorry, Will.
No, it's okay.
Let's go ahead and get into the next topic here. So this one was very interesting because this one sent Twitter into a fucking frenzy. Like Twitter was ready to go. Cole Beasley sent everybody off the fucking edges today in regards to his outlook on COVID-19 vaccination. He is definitely anti-vax. All right. A lot of it was funny, but did Twitter maybe overreacting? What are your thoughts on Beasley's words, Mr. Bees in the trap? Bees in the trap. Let's go, Will.
Yeah. So this is kind of a touchy subject for everyone to talk about, and I'm not going to get into anything too deep. I'm going to keep it simple. I think if he doesn't want to get vaccinated and he follows NFL protocol, then no one should have a problem with it. Just plain and simple. I mean, that's my 2 cents on it. To each their own. We live in America. It's a free country. I'm personally vaccinated, so you can judge me however you want, but I mean, I'm just saying that's just my take on it. So,
hell yeah, Taco.
Yeah, I mean, I really couldn't have said it any better. It's like this man is taking his own risk in his hand. It's his life. He could decide it. Now, I don't understand why everyone wants to go back and forth in it. This is a medical decision that each person has to decide what they want to do. Personally, I got vaccinated even though I didn't want to, just because I lost a bet to my girlfriend. You know what I mean? Things kind of happen like that. But at the end of the day, everyone has their own choice. Like, I can understand why people don't want it. It's fresh. I can understand why people do want it. It saves lives potentially. So
you got one. You went for one V. Like there were two V's at stake here, right?
Basically, right?
Calvin,
basically.
Calvin, how you feel about Beasley's words?
I'm kind of torn on that, man. Personally, being in the medical field myself, I feel like people should get vaccinated. Second of all, on that, football is the ultimate team sport, right? Over basketball, over all these other sports, football is the ultimate team sport. So it's not necessarily about what you do for yourself, but making sure that you look out for others, right? That's why they say, we're all in this together. Now, I'm also agreeing with the other two guys. Like, I didn't necessarily want to take it just because I'm in the medical field. Doesn't mean I want I was like, damn, but I felt like if it came down to it and they say, you can't work in this field anymore unless you're vaccinated, then I was screwed. So I got in line, I got my shot, and 3 weeks later, I got in line and got my shot again. But I understand what people say about, they feel like it's a free country, we're in America, and it's your own personal choice. But you are held to a different standard when you're in a certain field, like me with the medical field, like Beasley playing football. You got certain things you have to adhere to sometimes, even though you don't want to.
Good point.
Amen. I saw Beasley. He had tweeted like a couple years ago. He was like, so happy. I finally this plane finally touched down. I don't trust these things. And the homie Steffi, she was like, the homie Steffi Small. She said, what do you trust? Like, like the fuck do you trust? I like Bean's comment. He was like news to me. This is a free country. You're right, because this shit is definitely not free. Whatsoever. What up, Bills Mafia Rob up in the chat? Hey, drop the mic. Go ahead and drop the mic.
All right, so just like everyone else said, it is a free country, and someone can get vaccinated if they don't or not. Just like Calvin in a different. I mean, I'm not in the medical field, but I was a little iffy about it. But with wanting to travel and do stuff like that, and just going to sporting events and all that stuff, I took the bullet too. But I also saw that Beasley talked to the NFL today because he doesn't think that it's fair of the rules and the guidelines, and that's one of the reasons that he spoke out. Well, one of the guidelines said something to the extent of, if you're on the road and you are not vaccinated, you are not allowed to leave the hotel to go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that he has a problem with. And the NFLPA is agreeing with the NFL, and that's why Beasley is pissed.
Yeah. And then the PA usually 9 times out of 10 does not go on the league side. So like the 100% ins and outs of the current protocols. I did read something that they are very much like the older protocols from when the NFL first initiated the COVID-19 protocols. There has not been any amendments. There has not been any adjustments. So I can understand Beasley's frustration from that standpoint. Because it's like, well, everyone else in the world, are like, hey, wear a mask, get vaxxed, but if you're not, you're not, no one's telling you that you can't enter your favorite restaurant. So yeah, I get that standpoint.
But I also,
what's up?
But I also get that from the NFL standpoint. That's the incentive for you to get vaccinated and follow those protocols, because if you become now that super carrier on the team, and while everyone's vaccinated, you go out to these things and you're more susceptible, and then you spread it to the team, that creates the bigger problem. So I do think that's why the players have to agree with that too. It's because you do have to set that different standards, because right now there's just so many unknowns for them that they have to cut as many variables down, because it's a business. You can't lose the money.
Who's cutting the check, man?
Everybody's
got somebody above them. So until you can cut your own check, you have to do sometimes what they tell you to.
Right.
And it's not just about you. Like I said, football is the ultimate team sport, man. So you have to look at everybody else around you and,
and do your
take
part.
Everybody else into consideration too. I took the kids to SeaWorld out here in San Antonio the other day, right? And unless you're vaccinated and can prove it, you can't just be walking around without a mask. So guess what? I'm walking around without my mask off. Anytime we go somewhere and it says that you can come in here without a mask if you've been vaccinated, I'm ready to pull out my card. Ready, like when I was 21 and I could drink. Like, here it is. I'm vaccinated. Let me in with no mask. I'm like, Future, fuck it, mask off. Right?
Mask off.
That's right. So
raw dog that.
If you want to be a part of that, like he said, if you want to travel, if you want to do these other things, if you want to be a part of the curve and not behind it, you just got to get on board, man. Like, I understand it's America and it's a free country, but and that shit's scary. Nobody wants to turn into a zombie or all these other crazy shit everybody worried about, man. Come on, man. Like I tell people at work, the Lysol can that everybody was going crazy for, why were they going crazy for it? Because it said COVID on the back. It already said it. They didn't make it once it happened. It was already on the back. Right? So what does that tell you? It was in a scientist lab somewhere. What's the technical name for it? SARS-2. We already went through SARS, so you know what I mean? Like, we're not scientists. None of us are, So who knows what they got building up in them labs, right?
Real
shit, man. That's real shit. That's for real.
Go ahead, Larry Monkey, and we're gonna get into Herms.
First of all, wearing a mask is a minor inconvenience. It's not a big deal. Wear a mask. Right. Secondly, Cole Beasley is a fucking toolbox. Fuck Cole Beasley. Who the fuck do you think this guy think he is? Get your fucking self vaccinated, man. You're a professional football player. Come on with this. Oh yeah, whatever, man. I get it. Where he's from, his culture, where he grew up, he's from a red state, whether you want to, talk about that or not. This is what this is his culture, what he knows, and he's making a stand where he's going against top scientists and top doctors all in the world, and the planet Earth collaborated to get this vaccine. I mean, what's he doing at a barbecue? Is he eating a fucking hot dog? What the fuck is in a hot dog? Cole Beasley? Get a fucking vaccine, bro. Get vaxxed up and be a fucking normal human being and set an example for the fucking young folks or the folks that are on the fence, man. Right now, you're just adding fuel to a bullshit fire.
But what
Fuck
if
you.
microchipped?
Oh yeah, hey,
I like it. I dig it.
Oh hey, Larry,
I love it.
terms, spit your terms.
I mean, you know, and I completely understand, you know, it's like, this is America. You can't tell me what to do. I got my freedoms, damn it. And, you know, it's just like, I want to do my own research and all this stuff. Like, yeah, but, you know, doing your own research is really good if you're trying to figure out what mid-size SUV fits your family's travel needs, or if you're looking to buy a fucking toaster or some shit. But what doing your own research doesn't apply to, if you are not any sort of medical or scientific expert, is trying to research medicine or science. So if somebody who's an expert in something says, hey, this is a good idea, you should probably fucking listen to that person. So I don't really give a shit what Cole Beasley has to say about anything. And he should just shut the fuck up and get the vaccine, because that's how this shit is good. Unless you have a really good reason to, or some sort of like, because like I know like a family member of mine, like they had surgery a while ago, and like our primary care person was just like, hey, like hold off 90 days. Like, okay, cool, whatever, I get it. Like, yeah, there are certain reasons, there's nuance to everything, whatever. But unless you have one of those really good reasons, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. You whatever. Just why? Stop. Just oh my god, it irritates me to no end. Ugh.
Bro,
So
Probably,
everybody
I mean,
everybody on the panel's been vaccinated then?
yeah.
Back
That's
in
what's
March.
up.
I got
That's
it
good.
in March.
No, that's great, man. I'm
Yeah.
all for that.
Bro,
That's commendable for real.
Gotta
We
go to
all say get
Canton in
vaccinated
August.
at the same
Yeah,
time.
gotta go to Canton.
If you want to do this stuff, you got to get vaccinated.
Y'all have
That's one of the reasons I did it.
Gotta go
That's
to-
one of the reasons I did it.
I was looking for the microchip, man. I was
You
trying
have
to
to-
get chipped.
Briefly, you have to
My cell
understand.
service is amazing.
Hey
I'm
man,
from-
you got a cell phone? Like shit,
I'm from
they
New
got chips
Jersey, so
everywhere.
it got here. It came here first, you know, up in the Northeast. So we got hit first. So it was like it got here before all of the outside noise, you know, infected it. So we got hit before all that nonsense. So we were like, everybody's. I still wear masks everywhere, and you know, it's just it's not a big deal, dude. It's a minor inconvenience. I don't want to hear any bullshit. Oh, there's no excuse. You know, whatever, dude. Just be
But
safe.
do you wear a mask where they say you don't have to though? Since you've been vaccinated, do you wear a mask where
There have been,
like,
there have been places like my daughter's soccer games. All of a sudden, like it was just like cool. Everybody was, you know, because our transmission rate is like less than 1% right now, and we're one of the most densest populations in the country. So it's really in a good spot right now. But still, man, it's still kids. You know, kids aren't protected. That's it's all it boils down to. You know, and I have one, so.
And I'm right here in Long Island.
Like me, I still keep my mask on me when I go places.
Just in case, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and if I do, just in case, you know, because if I do see someone, or if someone is like, you know, hey, like, you know, would you mind putting it on? Like, I have no problems doing that, you know, like if I know, especially because this is a virus that does attack people, you know, that have, you know, weaker immune systems, that you know deal with, you know, other health issues, you know. So if someone's like, yo, like, so that I can live a little bit longer, can you? Like, yeah, you know.
You don't ask them if they've been vaccinated, because I asked them if they've been vaccinated when they asked me to put my mask on.
I mean, it's none of my business, you know. Their body, their choice, you know. But I mean, you know, like I don't know. I'm former military, you know. I've been stabbed with so much shit. They done injected me with so much, like, so, you know, goodness. It doesn't matter, you know. So there's that. I mean, you know, but then also, you know, I've been inconvenienced my whole damn life, 30 fucking years living on this earth. What the hell, like?
What's a mask gonna hurt? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, what's a mask gonna hurt? What's me taking your feelings into consideration gonna hurt?
My doctor, my primary care physician said to me, "This is the safest vaccine in like the history of vaccines. Like not just like a regular, like vaccines have been around for a while. This particular vaccine is like the safest out of all of them, because the entire planet has been in on this, trying to knock it out. So yeah, man, no one's trying to fucking, I mean, and who cares if someone's trying to track you? Who gives a fuck that you went to fucking KFC at 2 a.m., Who gives a fuck?
Listen,
they already know where you are.
Conspiracy theories, though. Like my one boy comes over and he tells me some of these things, and like I got me rubbing my arm, like, can I take this thing out? Like, you know what I mean? They can really get intense with it. I'm sitting there like the Walking Dead is gonna happen, and they're gonna hit the satellite, and the vaccine was the transmission. It was like
fuck out of here, right?
Oh man, I took that thing.
Cole Beasley just makes himself sound like more of a fucking ass every time he tweets. He's just a snowball. It's just a giant ass rolling down a hill. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Exactly. Like the second that he put that out on Twitter, it's like, bro, you asked for everybody to come at you. I really enjoyed the people that kept it, with the comedy. I really enjoyed seeing that, like the whole what do you trust thing. Does Cole Beasley wear a tinfoil hat when he goes to bed? I wonder what Cole Beasley's doing right now, staring at a microwave. All of that type, all those jokes, and everything like that. I love the people that took that approach. Because to me, it was more so lighthearted. But at the end of the day, I don't give a damn what you do. The hell do I care? Like, you grown person, you're gonna do what you want to do anyways. You already do what you do, and I already don't care what you do.
Yeah. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel about it.
It's just tough, man. We can talk about that all day. That vaccine thing is a big thing, man.
But that's what I love about this show is that like we can talk about anything and we can take so many different directions with any type of topic, and we're able to get like so many different eclectic people like together and just share different opinions without anyone ripping their fucking heads off, like each other's heads off. Like it's great. It's great.
Yep. Like, I think having the conversation is big too, because like a lot of people just they don't know sometimes, or like they just want to hear other people's opinions. So like especially having someone in the medical field that can talk about it, I think is like big.
Hell yeah. I knew that it was coming. All right, let's get into a fantasy football rank 'em. We start this one off with Mr. Terms himself. Fantasy football redraft rank 'em. Obviously PPR, just regular full point PPR, right? We're talking low end RB2 flex type guys right here. All right. So we got Mike Davis and his quads, Javonte the rookie Williams, who none of us have seen play at NFL game speed yet. And then there's Myles Gaskin. Rank them from most to least desirable. Remember, we're talking low end RB2s, flex type guys. So,
yeah, I mean,
this is where I want the audience at home, get your pen and pads out and start, thinking about that.
There we go. Yes. I will do you one better because I actually finished my initial redraft rankings last night, and I'm going to be publishing them soon. It's going to be super cool. I have it pulled up in front of me. I have Javonte Williams at RB22, Myles Gaskin at RB24, and I have Mike Davis at 33. So there's my order. That's my shit. So yeah, that's I got there. I got exact numbers in the exact scoring that you mentioned. So it's like, look at me. I'm already prepared. Wow, I'm so good at this. Check it out. Oh my gosh. Wow. Follow me on Twitter at HermsNFL.
Yeah. Go ahead, Larry.
All right, I got Javonte Williams, Mike Davis, and Myles Gaskin. I think Williams will, kind of take over the way Chubb took over Carlos Hyde. And, they traded up to get him some snaps and get him on the field. So I think he's going to take over the RB duties there. And hopefully there's a quarterback change. Who the heck knows? Mm-hmm. But and then Mike Davis. On pure volume, I think there's more heads in Miami than there are in Atlanta. And I just think because of that, Davis edges out Gaskin.
Hell yeah. I like that take. I respect that take, especially on Davis. That's the exact drum that I've been beating. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, so I completely agree with you and Larry that Mike Davis is going to be a volume machine. I mean, Javian Hawkins is not going to steal very many carries from him, but but I like all three of these guys, and I have it Davis, Gaskin, Williams.
Ooh.
But
Hot.
Ooh.
I do like Gaskin. I know there's people there, but I have him so close. I do think Williams will be the starter by week 6, but he is a rookie, and you never know, and it could be a 50-50 split, 60-40 split. But I will put this out there. That might change for me if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. It might go up.
Ooh. And you know, Melvin Gordon always hurts his knee right before the fantasy playoffs.
That's true.
Yeah.
All righty. Go ahead, Calvin. How you got these three ranked?
As the rookie here, you know, I'm glad to hear somebody agree with me.
Dukes.
As soon as you asked the question, I wrote them all down, right? And the first one I wrote down was Mike Davis. I've been on that train for a minute now. I like the weapons they have out there, but I also like the fact that Julio left. And I feel like even though they've been pass heavy, sooner or later you got to run the ball. You have to run the ball. And nobody's taking touches from Mike Davis, and he's a great pass catching back, right?
We know the real reason why you like Mike Davis.
Why is that?
We know the reason.
Why is that? Tell me why.
He's got two of them. That's all you're thinking about right now.
Super quads. Yeah, man. Yeah. Moving along, Gaskin in Miami, there's a full room there. I do like him as the starter, but as far as that list is concerned, I've got him number 2. I do like Jay Will in Denver, other than the fact that he's a rookie and we've never seen him play before. And it's still early. It's June. A lot of things can change by the time early September roll around. And the list can totally change around. But for me right now, I've got Mike Davis 1, Gaskin 2, and Jay Will 3. And that's why.
PJ said anybody got love for Caleb Huntley.
Who?
Yeah, that's I'm like
Caleb Waverly.
Yeah.
I don't think Davis is going anywhere, man. I think people are really going to be surprised by where Davis ends up at from where his ADP is at right now. You're getting him late in draft. No matter what format it is, you're getting him late for a starting running back. Mm-hmm. Gaskin as well. People are all over Jay Will right now. They're taking him really high above a lot of them guys, man. And I just don't see it this early in June. Like, training camp's going to have to come and some things are going to have to change for me to, you know, give him some love over some people who's been doing it already. Same thing for Gaskin, right? Like, who was he 2 or 3 years ago?
Right? Well, don't forget.
Mike Davis. Go ahead.
Don't forget the Dolphins signed Malcolm Brown, who is how many goal line touches did he steal from the Rams? You know, and if he stays healthy, I mean, he's always hurt also. But Gaskin, I mean, he still has to prove that he can hold up as well. So there's a lot of heads in Miami, and I mean, who knows? I mean, like I said, there's like one guy and Javion Hawkins in Atlanta, and
that's it.
Then you got Matt Ryan's going to be throwing the ball 600 times, so there's going to be targets there too. You know, forget about the targets that Mike Davis is going to get. He could have as good of a season or better than he had last season on pure volume if he stays healthy. But those quads, I mean, everyone's just going to bounce off of those anyway.
The quads!
Quadramaniac. He's a quadramaniac.
He has no pads on those.
Maniac. I love it. All right, Taco. What's your rankings, bro?
So I actually just recently did mine as well, and I have like Gaskins and Davis like neck and neck. I have them at 2021, and I have Davis just slightly ahead only for the mere fact of there's less competition there. But from everything that we saw last season with what he did with the Panthers, I just have a lot to like there. Especially, I know he had the little dip off in the middle of the season when it looked like he was starting to get burnt out, but then he came back real strong at the end of the season to finish off for the fantasy playoffs. And between his ability to catch the ball and not having anyone else there to really block him up, his sheer volume potential makes him number 1 for me. Number 2 is Gaskins, just because we saw he can catch passes, he can run. So he's going to have a versatility option. Everything that we've seen from Tua, he could be good, he could be bad. And with that up and down, I think they're just going to lean on Gaskins again like they did last year. His durability is a little something that I question, and that's the only reason why he's not higher, because I think if he was a workhorse, like we could count on him, he would blow by Malcolm Brown, because he is dynamic. And in the fantasy playoffs, he had that big game versus the Raiders where he was making plays all over the field.
If you started him, though, because He was.
I was
mean,
all
most
over
people
him.
didn't because he wasn't
I
playing. For the
know,
first
but Salvin
2 weeks.
Ahmed was doing good right before that, and then Salvin had gone down,
Yeah,
and the
Salvin
Raiders were
was
bad against the
clutch.
running back.
Yeah,
I
mean,
was
if you
like, I
had-
was buying that everywhere.
If you had some
and-
depth, then you weren't throwing Gaskin in right there. It was,
I
that was a nice roll of the dice on your part.
I drafted Saquon Barkley and Joe Mixon as my top 2 running backs, and I lost them both.
Oh,
and I still made the
Oh
finals.
God.
Yeah.
And
tough.
I lost to David Johnson in the finals with that team. But lastly, I like Javonte Williams, but I'm worried about Melvin Gordon. Now, Melvin Gordon is an injury risk, but they did just sign him to money, and that's going to guarantee volume. So at the very worst, it's going to be 70-30, 60-40, at least until he can blow past him. Like, not for at least the first 4 weeks is he going to go in 100%. And that depth, I mean, that initial like drop in points is going to be the difference between these guys because there's nobody really blocking Gaskins and Davis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If I could start Gaskin in the middle of the season, or start him at the beginning of the season, and then when he gets all banged up, then throw in Javonte when he emerges, that would be a perfect like handoff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is a good trade-off.
But what do you have to pay to get him?
Get who? Miles Gaskin?
Williams.
Oh, Williams.
He's gonna be
That's what it really
you could
comes
stack
down
He's
that.
going.
You could definitely stack
You
that.
probably have
Yeah.
somebody on your roster you could swap for Williams.
Oh yeah.
If you're a contender, you should have somebody that you could swap, or
Yeah,
even
go with
a next.
Williams.
What would you get for Javonte Williams? I'd take probably 2 firsts would easily. I would take it.
No, I mean as far as draft capital, if you're doing a redraft.
Oh, and a
Where is
redraft.
Williams, because that's what the question was, right? So where is Williams going in a redraft right now?
I am checking right now.
Yeah, he's going.
he's
That's
a
what I'm
leader.
saying. He's going.
He's
high.
in that. He's like RB between like RB 23, RB or RB 24 to like RB 20 range.
Ooh, that's a hot question
And
right
he's
there.
going
I had him
before.
like 32.
He's going before Mel Gordon. Like he's
Yeah,
guaranteed
yeah,
to
he
be the
is,
starter.
That is the way that people are
That they're-
treating
couldn't
it.
buy that.
But it's early. It's June. But that's what I've seen so far, and I'm just not
Let's-
willing to pay
But that
for
could
him
be because
right
of
now.
dynasty people messing up the
Yeah.
Rankings, yeah.
100%.
Will said represent.
Dynasty people.
You people.
Will.
Per fantasy pros,
Can't take
per
them anywhere.
fantasy pros, it's RB 34. Just throwing that out there.
Okay.
I looked at
Okay.
ADP PPR scoring, so
Yeah.
right there, like just behind Damian Harris, just before James Conner. He's in that range right now,
I'll pay
according to
that.
what's on there. So just
I would pay that.
Throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Will-
That's
Will-
good.
it's not a bad
Yeah.
price. So like
No, not at all. Not at all.
Will,
He's
how
gonna
do you
go
rank
up.
these three? How do you rank these three guys, Will?
Yeah, so I mean, everyone's already touched on everything, but I think Taco hit on it completely. I've got Gaskins and Davis neck and neck, but Davis edging him out. I mean, Davis has no competition, and Davis has proved before. I had Christian McCaffrey last year and picked Davis up right away. I mean, he's a stud, and let's be honest, he's got nothing to worry about. And frankly, I think not a better offensive line, but a better offense in general. Matt Ryan's a better quarterback. He's got better weapons on the outside, and they've got Kyle Pitts. So, I mean, that's a home run. As for Gaskins, he's shown that he can be a bell cow. I just don't know if that's going to continue with Tua and them trying to edge him in. I mean, everyone knows they're not Super Bowl contenders, so I think they'll be willing to throw the ball a little bit more just to give Tua a little bit more practice. And to be quite honest with you guys,
Practice.
experience, I guess you could say, not practice. But I would say probably Javonte Williams. I'm not going to lie with you guys. So my philosophy is to never draft rookies too early. Javonte Williams is going too early. You guys said he's going over Melvin Gordon. Taco said it. They just paid him money. Why wouldn't they force feed him the ball? They've already
But
known.
it's also his last year in Denver.
Melvin
Yeah,
Gordon,
but why would-
ADP, RB 26.
It's Gordon's last year in Denver. PJ is correct. They did move up to get Javonte. Like it is going to be. I feel like it is going to be Javonte, hands down.
I think Javonte after 6 games is going to start, but here's the thing: you just don't know. Let's be honest here, guys. We're all in home leagues, or we're all in personal leagues. If we draft Melvin Gordon, play him for 4 games, trade him out for Javonte Williams in the second half, like someone alluded to earlier, that's the move to go with. So anyone listening to this
I like
podcast
that.
this early in the season is getting an edge. So that's what you should do. You should draft Melvin Gordon, play him for the first 4 games, and start fishing for that trade bait. Because honestly, Melvin's going to get
They're
those
not
carries
gonna
early,
suspend
and
him.
that's going to
They're
weigh
not
this
Chargers
suspending
were dropped.
PJ.
Does anyone here think Miles Gaskin is playing 16 games or 17 games?
Probably
Possible.
not.
We've only really seen 1 year of him. I'm not going to call him an injury risk after 1 year.
He's a small back and he takes a lot of abuse.
I'll be honest, man. Just give me 14, 13 great games, and if you're healthy from the playoffs, I'm ready to go. I want the biggest point performance, even if they're over short times, because you know what? There's always another backup on the wire, or we're deep enough usually that I can put someone in that flex who's maybe not as good but can carry me over till he gets back. Because in the playoffs, those are difference makers. When you're within 5-10 points between the guy, and you have Myles Gaskin versus somebody else, you might want to just at least have the possibility of that card. I love the IL spots because I'll hold the guy all season if I have to.
Who's the Gaskin handcuff?
I mean,
is it Ahmed?
Probably going to be Brown.
Probably Malcolm Brown.
Probably Brown.
I feel like Brown's going to have a role though. Like he's going to be that goal line guy. He's going to steal those goal line carries, and that's a major part of that running game.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Hey, Garrett Doak's film is some damn good shit to take a look at. I go Mike Davis. I go how the question is actually written. I go Mike Davis, Javonte Williams, and then Myles Gaskin. I just really believe that that Williams will start. He will be the guy in Denver, and I do believe that Denver will be running the ball, and they are going to run the ball. Yeah, so I'm going all in on Javonte. I'll definitely be having a couple of shares of Javonte. And if he's a guy that I can play in my flex and then ends up surprising, and then later on, in the future, he's a riser and he proves, like, I'm okay with that. That's what I love to look for in my flex position, or even to low in RB2s, a guy that can possibly be, a home run hit, later down the road. So, when the next season comes around, I'm already looking at him. I already got him on my watch list. So that's what I'm thinking of. I'm sure Calvin will probably jump back in. I'll message him right here in a minute. Let me go ahead and let's start off the next topic. Yeah, he was able to hop back in. We're gonna get into the very next topic. Let's see here. So running back, this is perfect for drop the mic to start off. Running back Le'Veon Bell recently told his Instagram followers he recently told his Instagram followers that he would retire before he ever played for Andy Reid again. Coach Reid, in return, handled this very, very well. He handled it with grace, if you will, stating that he is pulling for his future. He's pulling for Le'Veon in his future, no matter where he goes. Is Le'Veon wrong for this? And what are you guys' thoughts just about the whole situation? Just with Le'Veon in general. I mean, like, why would you want to leave one of the best coaches like to ever coach? Like, why would you want to leave a guy that's probably going to go down in the hall? That's going to be a Hall of Fame coach. But neither here or there. Drop the mic. You're a Kansas City Chiefs fan. We'll start with you, and then we'll go back down to Calvin and just go right back into order.
All right. First off, Le'Veon Bell needs to thank the Chiefs and Andy Reid for even picking him up midway through the season last year. So that's number one. Mm-hmm. But to get to the top, to get to the bullet point of this whole thing, I think he's just more mad that he didn't get to play as much as he thought when they brought him in. And I think he was more mad about his playing time in the playoff run leading up to the Super Bowl. I thought he was going to be on the field a lot more. And when you hear comments from Tyrann Mathieu telling him to be quiet and things like that, and then the one that got me was Tamba Ali came out, and I know he's not on the team anymore, but he's been on the team he was on the team forever. Tamba Ali came out and said that Andy Reid is one of the nicest guys he's ever met. He cares more about you as a person than about what you do for the team and playing time and this and that, asking about your family and this and that. He's like, if he has a problem with that instead of playing time and, worrying about more like that, that's all. He's just one of those guys that only cares about on the field. And Andy Reid's just not like that.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Yo, Larry logging in from his podcast account, Dilly, bro.
Dilly.
Yep, Dilly, fellas.
Dilly.
Dilly, cheers, brothers.
So, Calvin, how do you feel about Le'Veon Bell's remarks and just this whole situation? It sounds like he's probably going to be going back to rapping. You tell me.
Oh, God.
Who knows where he's going to be? It might be the unemployment line, like everybody loves to say next, right? Because who doesn't want to play for Andy Reid? If Andy Reid came to any one of us right now and said, come to the practice squad, like we'd be right there. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't want to play for Andy Reid? So that just means one or two things to me. CEH stock has went majorly up, and whoever's behind CEH, his stock has went up, and Le'Veon has went completely down. He's kind of like Brown, like we were talking in pre-show, right? Like they get to run in their mouth, and they run their mouth right out of a job. So, to me, Le'Veon equals Derek Carr right now, right? Like with these comments you're making, like you don't want to play, is what it sounds like. I mean, I know we're just talking and spitballing and shit, but like when Le'Veon says something like that, it just means that you're not getting a chance to play. That means the guy in front of you is doing better than you, and that means the next guy in front of you is doing better than you. And that means the guy on the practice squad is probably doing better than you. Yeah, right? You're too privileged. Like you see it in the, where is it at? You see it in the background, Texas Longhorns, right? Like everybody love to say they're privileged, right? So I see that privilege when they're talking about it. I think he just, he did great in Pittsburgh, and his time is probably coming to an end, and he's being a Karen about it right now.
Yeah. Hey, I like to say,
that's it, right? Yeah.
Before we go in to the homie Taco's sake, PJ dropped a bomb. I'm gonna call this a hot take. He should go for the Texans with all their dust players. I mean, if you can't edge out those guys, oh Lord, oh man, your career is definitely done. Just
I will cover that when it gets to my take. By the way, teaser.
Ooh. Taco. He's
Tuesday.
He's muted.
Mute.
I want to say this. I hate David Johnson because last year in the playoffs, week 16, he destroyed my fantasy team. Like I lost because of him. So I don't think
your title was riding on David Johnson.
No, I lost to him.
Oh, that's the word.
Yeah, Myles Gaskin would have carried me home. You know what I mean? But what happened was, I'm looking at Le'Veon Bell, right? He was great in 2018. I had him for his final season of being good. He won a championship. He went to the Jets and he was absolutely pathetic. He was garbage. Now, I don't know how much of that is Adam Gase or how much of it that was his work ethic, but he was not the same player when he was with the Jets. And then when he came to the Chiefs, I don't know what was said between him and Andy Reid. So maybe he was under the impression he would get more of a workload. He didn't get it, so he felt that he was betrayed. So he came out like that, like you said, like a bitter ex. Like, I'm mad that I went with you because somebody else would have gave me a shot. And let's face it, Le'Veon Bell, he was going out like a Hall of Fame running back, and then he just derailed his whole career by sitting out. So for him, he has a lot more ego and pride than a lot of other people, I would think, because you knew what you could have been, and now you're not close to that. Right, yeah. So I think that, one, it's impossible to not like Andy Reid, and two, it's just really Le'Veon Bell being in his feelings. And you could tell from the way Andy Reid is saying, it's like, I get it, bro. I wish you luck because no other team in the NFL could use you as a running back, as even a backup running back, as a practice squad running back. Nobody needs you.
Bro, I saw a tweet. I think it was actually Troy, or it might have been Troy or LQ, but one of them. I saw a tweet, and somebody was like, "Yo, why is Le'Veon Bell acting mad light skinned?" And I was like, I was like, why y'all gotta do me like that?
Yeah, I know, bro. I know. Steph Curry got a lot of hate.
Exactly, bro. I was pissed when I saw that. I'm going through things and shit. I'm like, nigga, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Yo, Will, what you got, pimp?
Yeah, so this is a little bit of a sensitive subject for me. As you see, I'm in a Bengals robe. I got my
looking at.
Le'Veon Bell's been a bitch. Let's be honest. He's a punk for this situation. I mean, we're all here grinding every single day, and we're trying to get $1. He's got 1,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000. You know what I mean? And he's squandering every opportunity. He was with the Steelers. I'm a Bengals fan, and I'm not going to be the first one to admit the Steelers is a historic organization with great coaching and awesome ownership. For you to bitch your way out of that position, you're the worst. I mean, let's be honest. I hate Le'Veon Bell. If there's a definition of the worst kind of person who could be an NFL player, it's Le'Veon Bell. Why would you position yourself like that. You're a running back for one. They come a dime a dozen. We're drafting running backs in drafts. The 2021 draft, we're talking Najee Harris is going to replace. I had a guy on my podcast saying he's a better talent than Le'Veon Bell, and Le'Veon Bell's complaining about money with the New York Jets. Let's be honest. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry to go off like that, but I can't stand Le'Veon Bell. He is the absolute worst. That is a diva. You talk about wide receivers being a diva. I can't stand Le'Veon Bell.
I am with the shits. I like it. Go ahead.
Hey, sorry to make the room silent. I just had to.
He's privileged. Where did he come from? Like you said, where did he come from? He came from Pittsburgh. He was used to doing great, and then he got away from that. And what happened?
Nothing. Get away from Pittsburgh.
Nothing happened.
But nothing.
So maybe he wasn't that great to begin with. Maybe he was just in an awesome system. Maybe they love to say system quarterbacks. What about system running backs? Maybe he was a fucking system running back the whole time, and nobody knew it until he got away from that.
I see Taco laughing at that comment. Le'Veon Bell.
That's a bit intense there. Like, it's a bit intense. Bell was pretty. He was CMC before CMC, man.
Forgetting how good Bell was. Yeah.
He was. But where is he now? Everybody. I'm
not hating.
He took a year off before he came back, and then he got stuck in the game.
Go ahead, Monkey. What's your take, bro?
Well, I mean, I want to talk about it from a jobs perspective. So, what you mean? You're in the public eye. You're basically interviewing. Anytime you make any kind of statement, you're interviewing for your next position. And this guy's, you don't badmouth your next company on a job interview. You know, your last company. So, I mean, I don't know if his agent said you're getting the veteran minimum wherever you go, and he was just like, okay, fuck it, cool. Andy Reid's son is a fucking douche. You know? maybe that's how it went down. But, he did himself no favors, and I don't know, who knows? And there's two sides to every story. Everyone's just like, oh, Andy Reid, man, he's the, who knows what the deal is between those two. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff with all these guys. So, it is what it is. All I know, he's burning bridges. That's not never a good idea.
I've never heard a player complain about Andy Reid. Like, this is the first. Like, when I saw that, I was like, what did you say?
Right?
What is wrong with this guy?
Even Marcus Peters, who did not get along with Andy Reid, when he left, he had good things to say about him, and they did not get along.
Yeah. Go ahead, Herms.
Okay, so I'm going to read off a list of names, and you are going to tell me what they all have in common. John Harbaugh, head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. Ron Rivera, head coach of the Washington football team. Pat Shurmur, offensive coordinator of the Denver Broncos. Sean McDermott, head coach of the Buffalo Bills. Matt Nagy, head coach of the Chicago Bears. And David Culley of the Houston Texans.
I know.
What do they all have in common?
All under the tree. All under the tree.
And think about how many teams are coached by people that come from the coaching tree of Andy Reid. So not only did you burn a bridge with Andy Reid, how many of those other motherfuckers are going to give you a job being like, you talk shit about the guy that got me to where I am? You isolated yourself from, like, I don't know how many names that was, but I don't know, like fucking a third of the available opportunities. That's not very smart, my guy. So, like that thing earlier, but like, oh, go play in Houston. It's like, yeah, I get it from a football perspective. I don't think that was necessarily a bad thing to say. But when you think about it, it's just like, but the guy who coaches that team came from the coaching tree of Andy Reid. So it's just like, like you talk a guy like that. You know what I mean? Whether he's in the right or wrong or whatever, if you say some shit about a guy like that, like, he's got his disciples everywhere, man. And we gotta be careful with that shit. And that wasn't even the whole list. There are still coordinators. You know what I mean? Like Todd Bowles doing his shit with fucking Tampa. He's still in the league doing some shit. If Tampa for some reason wanted to bring in another running back and they were like, hey, what do you think about Le'Veon Bell? Todd Bowles is gonna be like, nah, fuck that guy. Because he talks shit about my guy. So it's just like, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be careful about that shit, dude.
All those coaches that you mentioned are all culture changers.
Yeah.
Those are all very, very, very influential minds of this game. So yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, late Lev, you might as well just retire, bro, and never fucking plan on.
Well, we all know how the NFL, loves to blackball.
Well, yeah.
They're famous for that at this point. But to tell you the truth, so I live 20 minutes from Florham Park, where the Jets practice facility is, and Lev Bell bagged groceries at ShopRite, just like a mile from where I live. So, I enjoyed Lev Bell's stay here. I thought he got a raw deal in New York, and he may or may not be an asshole. But I like the effort that he put in to the Jets in the brief period of time that he was here.
Fuck.
I'll be honest. Lev Bell's career is completely.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
It's over with, man.
It was over when he couldn't get any burn on that Kansas City Chiefs team. When he couldn't do anything there, when he couldn't even catch the ball. At that point, he knew his career was over. So might as well. Hey, you didn't pay me. Let me throw my shot out. Like I mean, he probably sells albums. He's a SoundCloud rapper.
I can forgive a dude for not being that good in Adam Gase's offense. But at a certain point,
if you can't do anything in that offense, you're done. Your career's over. Just period.
Like that's just. I mean,
like Javonte Williams is coming for your stuff, boy.
Well, here's the deal. I mean,
and James Robinson, undrafted rookie, like
exactly.
He'll get another shot, and this will be his last shot, and we'll see how it goes.
I think
think about that. A UDFA is more valuable than Le'Veon Bell right now. Like bro, you fell from grace. I mean, but it happens. Let's see. Bell's career fell harder than Britney Spears went. Yo, hey, that shit is sad, yo. I don't know.
That's a mental health crisis.
But that's real though.
Yeah. Hey, that shit is real, yo. I don't know if y'all know, but I don't know if y'all know everything about that poor girl, yo, man. She fucking. Yo, that shit is crazy.
What happened when she shaved her head? That means it was over with, right?
Bro,
it was over with when she shaved her head.
Bro,
there's a documentary about it on Hulu. It's pretty.
Yeah, I missed it. I haven't seen it. I heard it was pretty good.
I'm old enough to know. I watched her go through it.
Bro, she is like her dad, like
we hate Rob.
That conservatorship, yeah, dude, it's so wild. Look that up if you're bored later. Like seriously, like. That whole thing is just wow.
I feel like my wife would love that show. That special.
I got some dope breaking news in the Philadelphia Sixers Atlanta game. The lights just went out on the court with 1:58 left in the game of 1 point.
Wow,
really? San Antonio Spurs shit.
Coincidence? That seems a little sketchy. Like that's like
not no coincidence.
They didn't pay the rent.
That seems a
I feel
little.
like it was like Wile E. Coyote running around.
It's like the Super Bowl.
I was gonna say just like the Super Bowl. Everything changed since the lights went out.
PJ, that's real. That is real. Like that is fucking real, bro. Like that shit is crazy, yo. But Taco saying they didn't pay the light bill. That was hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a whole lot more here for you on the second half of the show. We are going to get into halftime. Here we're going to have a quick word from our sponsors, and we also got some music for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bump some tunes for y'all. I'm trying to think like what mood am I in? What's this mood?
Play some 80s like
ask the people. Ask the people
like,
what they want.
Just punch in like Icky Woods. Get an Icky Woods.
Do the Icky Shuffle,
bro. Y'all all just trying to get me copyrighted. Yo, play something that's gonna get you flagged, bro. Play something that all society knows. Let's go.
Robbie, play some bogey.
I could get my kazoo.
Okay, I got that. Yeah.
There you go.
So I can get my kazoo. Hey, we got kazoo tunes on the second half. Let's go ahead and get into the homie Money on My Mind. By the homie Bogart Scott Free. Dilly. We'll see y'all in the second half.
Dilly.
lot kicks on their feet. Get in the way of that, and his man down. Dipping that back out, pushing that pack out. I'm a cash cow. Smoking on the cash crop, getting cashed out. Going hard, I black out. Inside me, got clock and cash, got the game in the bag. You don't know what that's about. I ain't catching no Z's, I'm pulling no teeth. Bogarts got free, cut from the pedigree. I ain't counting no sheep. I'm counting cheese like a skater, I'm grinding. One track minded. On my mind.
Told me cash was everything around me. Smoke that weed, like that tree. Get your dough, spit your flow. Can't fuck with the earth product, yo. Bitches come a dime a dozen. Don't be mad when your man just fucking your cousin. Instagram thought, fuck that hoe, fuck that yo. Fuck boy nigga, pull that trigger on a bitch ass nigga. Rest in peace to all my niggas. I'm getting bigger now, got a little richer now, just like Richie. Palms been itchy, I stay illy. 6-man Iggy, dollar getting dollars, not cents. Stay big, making deposits, fly with.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey Knife Fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey Knife Fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight.
You are Monkey Knife Fight.
We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey Knife Fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey Knife Fight! Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife.
TikTok, what's good? It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Joining Crucial Sleeper Wire, Steffi Small, Eat Sleep Fantasy, and many more for the biggest, wildest fantasy football live draft party ever thrown on the face of the planet. That's right, y'all. I want y'all to join me at the Fantasy Football Expo in Canton, Ohio. It's going to be lit. I'm giving away one free ticket to one lucky fantasy football player out there to join me and party with the Rumboyz on draft night out. You're going to get the draft, enjoy some drinks, meet some of the industry's top analysts and everything. Also giving away 5 free raffle tickets for our NFL memorabilia giveaway. We're talking cards, jerseys, helmets, all good. Let's go. To purchase a ticket, get on over to draftnightout.com. Tickets going like crazy, so don't miss out. Don't be late. And for more Rumboyz action, get your tickets for the Fantasy Football Expo. Dilly. Yeah!
Yo, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly.
You know, I had to do it with him. You know, with the jazz hands. You know, you gotta get that going. You know, as a white man, I only have like 3 moves, so you know, I gotta use them wisely.
That was a team name. That was a team name of mine once. Jazz hands, former team name.
Listen, that's a universal move, bro. That's a universal move.
Make sure you got it's circus.
I'm just saying I can't dance.
Like,
I got the rhythm, but I cannot dance.
Yo, I appreciate it, dog. I appreciate it. I got this for like Father's Day last year. I got this for I got this for Juneteenth last year. I got this as a Juneteenth present. Make sure you guys get your tickets for the Fantasy Football Expo. If you guys have not, book your flights, get your Airbnbs. We got a group rate on the hotel. It's like $70 for if you want to stay on location. It sounds like some other local hotels are going to be getting involved just because it sounds like the DoubleTree is like getting super booked. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout, for that. Draft night out. Also get your tickets for draft night out. That is a separate event from the Fantasy Football Expo. So there's a separate ticket. Make sure you guys get a ticket. We're giving away tons of memorabilia. Like we've already announced like a Kyler Murray jersey that we're giving away, a Russell Wilson joint. I can't remember the other one because we have a lot of stuff in inventory. But
You're trying to give an anonymous witness statement, Taco? Is that the one?
What in the first 48 are you doing?
I have powers you guys don't know about. I try not
last
to.
time I saw the girl was at the convenience store.
What is happening, dude?
Like,
vaccine right now.
Hey, Taco looks like that dude that's snitching on the cartel, but
mira, papi, mira.
It wasn't.
Gotta keep that anonymity,
Shit, I got that vax, bro. You know they could track me.
I was 13 years old the first time that I pulled the trigger.
They caught me when I was on the Rumboyz network. I was just gotten too big.
Oh my god, dude.
Let's get into the next joke. I mean the next topic.
With this crew, with Taco and freaking Mr. Hugh Hefner, of course.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Tony the Tiger. What are we talking about?
Side.
Hey, Robbie, at least it's the Rumboyz. At least it's the Hugh Hefner I like.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the Hugh that we like.
He stole that robe from Chris Collinsworth's fucking jacuzzi room.
Hey. What I do with Chris Collinsworth in Cincinnati is none of your concern.
Listen,
here's a guy that
here's a guy calls, okay?
I can disappear and slide in if that's what you're looking for. I can do
It's all
it.
about the slide in.
I want to see a slide.
Yeah, I gotta see this.
I gotta do this. Hey, we got a really good matchup here today, guys. That's sort of something he does. He sort of stays a little high. Bro, my favorite is when you see him in Denver. If you ever watch Chris Collinsworth in Denver, his eyes are double squinty. And that's a little something if you're from Cincinnati. You always watch his eyes.
like, yeah, you're right.
Hey, I can't front. I can't front when you guys will see it. When the season rolls around, I am probably the only fantasy analyst that does fantasy football content and also calls play-by-play. And you guys will see it Sunday Night Football. I do a slide in, and it's corny as hell, but I love it, bro. You gotta pay homage to the greats. Stuart Scott, freaking Chris Collinsworth, Chris Furman. My inspiration list is fucking insane. Let's get into this next topic here. The New York Jets have a whole lot of new going on. It's just new fucking everywhere. All right, it's a new coach, new offensive lineman, new receivers, new running backs. We're going to focus on new quarterback. We're going to just focus on these receivers, though, okay?
Oh.
So with a whole lot of new shit going on in New York, from quarterback, coach, running backs, receivers, which receiver to you will be the number one receiver in this New York office? You may not be drafting them for fantasy purposes. This question is inspired by Matt Harmon. Shout out to Reception Perception. He inspired me with this question, with the man coverage percentage of Elijah Moore, 79.8% against man coverage. and then from there I started, looking at Denzel Mims and his 9 games last year, and then Corey Davis with what he did with Tennessee, and this is actually very interesting. So I want to know from the panel. We'll start with Herms.
Well, my whole thing, like the name of the game is honesty up in the building, and I'll tell you what, if I feel like Elijah fucking Moore, yeah, there's the answer. Honestly, no, but like it's one of those things where it's like like if I feel like I don't definitively know something, I will tell you I do not definitively know, but I will tell you what I do know, and there are a few things that I feel like I do know. If we're gonna follow the money, then I mean, Corey Davis got paid a lot of money to do some shit, so there's that. And also, if we are going to, so I mean, like the most likely scenario, I mean, like, yeah, probably that. But in fairness, like, if anybody's been keeping up with what's been coming out of these, like OTAs and all that other type of shit, like, Keelan Cole's making a name for himself, and it turns out, Denzel Mims is starting to, fall out of favor a little bit. That said, I still believe in the man's talent. I think he did very well with what he had to work with last year, all things considered. And I like him, profiling as like a super good X receiver type deal. And he had, fairly significant draft capital invested in him. So it's like, who knows about that? Which also kind of makes it complicated as we slide over to Elijah Moore. As much as we love Elijah Moore, like, Jamison Crowder still being around, taking that pay cut to stay around and, doing all that shit. It's just like, look up his game logs in Jacksonville. He was actually yeah. And it's just like, but here's the thing though. It's just like at times when he was in Jacksonville, he balled the fuck out. It's not like he's a nobody.
Yeah.
So, but like Jamison Crowder, like him staying around and like the whole idea was like, oh, Elijah Moore's going to take over that slot role. It's like, well, the dude that does that shit is Jamison Crowder. He's still going to be around. That said, they could theoretically move Elijah Moore around to do a bunch of different types of shit. So it's like all of this to say, you know what I mean? Like I'm admitting, like I don't know. But if we're just going to go based off of some of the more traditional ways of figuring this shit out, my favorite thing to do in terms of who's it going to be with the wide receivers, you got to follow that money, son. And like at that point, you know what I mean?
Just a guy. Oh, that's why you capitalized it. Okay, fuck.
Oh yeah, well no, but
he purposely capitalized it too.
Oh no, I know, but also at the same time, Keelan Cole did come from Jacksonville, and I was referencing the fact that you should check his game logs from when he was in Jacksonville because he's not just a guy. He at times has been very good in the NFL. You know what I mean? So it's like, we got to give that man a little bit of respect. Not like a ton. Obviously, he's not like a superstar or anything, but like he's balled out before. He has. It's true. So there's a lot of talent there. It's going to be very interesting. One of them will be relevant. I am not confident in telling you in June who it's going to be, but ask me again in a month. Ask me again in 6 weeks as we learn more and these camps open. I'll be able to give you a better read on that then. But as far as what I know now, that's what I know.
Before we get into Larry, who is our resident Jet on the panel tonight, before we get into your take, Larry, I do want to throw this out there. I may have to do this on like a throwback Thursday or like a flashback Friday. I'm gonna have to find it. But I do have my Denzel Mims.
Baylor.
No, I have a Denzel Mims film session that I did a while back, and I got ripped apart. But everything that I have said has came true and came to fruition.
Really? And guess what? He fell in the second round. Like it wasn't like he slipped to the Jets. It wasn't like anyone went and grabbed him. Everyone was applauding Joe Douglas for like, oh wow, what a savvy move, trading down and Mims falling into your lap. So I don't know.
Like he had no TDs. Like he did nothing like last year.
I mean,
it was awful. In 9 games, 500 some odd yards.
We're talking about. I mean, first of all, he had 2 pulled hamstrings.
Yeah.
Entering the season, his COVID year, 2 pulled hamstrings as a starting wide receiver in a brand new town or whatever. So there's all that kind of background nonsense. But yeah, man, jury's still out on Mims. I mean, if you want to talk about the number 1 wide receiver, I'm with Herms. It's clearly Corey Davis. Everyone is hyping up Elijah Moore, and I'm right with everyone else. And I feel like maybe Elijah Moore is kind of like that Javonte Williams baton pass, maybe 3/4 of the way through the season, give him some opportunities to get his feet wet. I mean, Corey Davis we know who Corey Davis is. He can flash, and sometimes he disappears, and a lot of times he disappears. But the Jets me and Jets Twitter don't get along. Ironically, I don't know why.
I know.
Me and Jets Twitter do not get along at all, and because it's like the Jets they've rolled out Quincy Enunwa and fucking Robbie Anderson. And, you know, that's been their starting wide receivers. So it's been like whatever. So I feel like it's going to be Corey Davis, and then we're going to move on. Elijah Moore might make a play for the playoffs, perhaps fantasy playoffs. Somebody's partying right now. Do you hear that?
I think it might be Calvin just looking where he's at.
Having himself a time.
He's
having himself a time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's outside.
I don't know if I want to see that. Is that like an upskirt disco there or what?
All right, Calvin, who do you think will be the Jets' #1 wide receiver?
All right, so for me, first you have to start with the quarterback, right?
Calvin's reporting from the International Space Station right now.
I was gonna say, yeah, it sounds like he's definitely out there.
This is one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
It sounds super echoey.
Hey, I'm the rookie, so you know what it is. Roll with
the punches. Roll with the punches.
Just like Zach Wilson, you know?
There you go. Hey, Keelan Cole. I'm a fan of Keelan Cole, guys. I dig it. It was a great signing by them. Low key, sneaky signing. I traded Quintus Cephas for Keelan Cole about a month and a half ago, right after the signing. Actually, right after he started, because we talk about beat writers. It's great to follow other teams' beat writers because you get that inside scoop. So I started to see a lot of Keelan Cole is this. Mims is with the second team. It's Keelan Cole this, Keelan Cole that. So I was like, oh, fuck, if Mims is going to get bumped, I might as well get invested in a share of Keelan Cole because Keelan Cole is legit, guys. He was the man for Jacksonville. And then, when he stepped in, like Herms was everybody was just talking about it before. And, yeah, dude, Keelan Cole is going to be the wide. He has a great path to targets in that emerging Jets offense.
Yep, I like PJ's take right there. It definitely tells you something about Mims. Go ahead, Calvin. Who do you think is going to be the #1 in this offense out of the receivers? I know that you were beginning your take, and I'm sorry, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry as well for interrupting. Why don't we need to connect to air traffic control here to get Calvin.
Calvin, we have a problem.
See if you can move closer to your router, bro. See if you can move closer to your router.
Calvin, do you read me?
Yeah. See if you can move closer to your router because it sounds super echoey, all right?
Put the wig back on, Cal. Put the wig back on.
The wig. It's definitely the wig. I agree.
I've been thinking that for a little bit. I think that has to be it. At this point, there's no other explanation.
Something has to be check. Like maybe mute your
roll up your window
because you're getting an echo.
I think it's because you switched to Bluetooth headphones. Calvin, I'm gonna mute you really quick. Go ahead and get your setup all figured out, bro. Okay?
I love it. Love Cal, man.
On the spot troubleshooting.
Taco, #1 for the Jets. And I'm gonna bring in the homie Toby at the same time.
Well, you could tell I worked for cable for a while because I'm already trying to troubleshoot, like trying to figure out the thing, just natural thing. But honestly, I'm in New York. I am around a lot of Jets fans, so I get so much Jets hype. Like every single move they make is like, oh my God. So obviously the hype for Elijah Moore is through the roof right now. And I get it, but at the same point in time, the Jets did sign 2 other wide receivers, and then they just brought Crowder back. And what that means to me is, guess what? One, you're trying to give the deepest wide receiver room the Jets have had probably in the last, I want to say like 5 seasons. Like you had Lavernius Coles and Santonio Holmes.
They've never had a great wide receiver room ever.
So this is the most talent they've ever had in a wide receiver room. And with the way they're probably going to run this offense, I think that, it's really going to be between Davis and Crowder to be that #1 because one, I think we saw Davis is on the verge of him, blowing up and turning into a superstar, kind of like Calvin down here, turning into that real superstar that he is.
Calvin, yeah, baby. It was the wig the whole time.
Shout out Demon Slayer. But I think Corey Davis, Jamison Crowder, yeah, he might be a little washed up right now, but he's a really solid target, especially in the slot for a rookie quarterback.
Well, he's good.
Yeah, I think people forget how good Crowder really is, and I think maybe he got hurt towards the end of the season or something happened. I mean, let's face it, when you have Denzel Mims going on local radio, true, but Denzel Mims was going on local radio saying that Joe Flacco was throwing harder than Sam Darnold. Like, and the whole Jets were a dysfunction last year, so I really don't want to blame Crowder for that because I think he could really turn it around. And in PPR leagues, if we're talking about 1-point PPR,
yes,
Jamison Crowder is probably going to be the number one guy because he's going to get close to like 70, 80, 90, 100 catches just because 7 yards to Crowder, 5 yards to Crowder, 25 yards to Crowder. And next thing you know, he has 7 catches for 75 yards, no touchdown, but it's like, damn, he did just as good as this guy who had 5 catches with a touchdown. So PPR-wise,
some Keyshawn Johnson Jet shit. Some Keyshawn Johnson Jet shit.
Oh, God. Like, no, Andrew, no.
No.
I will. Yes, please.
No.
At the tight end.
What's happening right now?
Yeah. Come on.
Fuck
Final pick of the draft.
Yo, hey, that's fucking Hayslip though. That's the Brody right there. That's Hayslip for you.
Find that man on Twitter. He's the man.
Yo, I love that analytics. Okay, Will, who you think is going to be the number one out of this Jets offense?
Yeah, for sure. So from an NFL standpoint, it's going to be Corey Davis. Herm said it best. It's where the money goes. But from a fantasy perspective, it's easily Jamison Crowder. Everyone's playing PPR. If you're still playing standard, you need to step it up and you need to move to PPR. It's just
at least half. At least half.
Yeah.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm about to get a hot tub time machine.
Rip into me? What am I doing?
Go ahead.
I think Jamison Crowder will be better because I always preach experience over ability. I think Jamison Crowder's been with that offense. He knows what's going on. I think that's going to be a staple for Zach Wilson. It's going to be someone to lean on. Taco said it best. I don't think Herndon Jr. is going to step up this year, so they're not going to have somebody to run 5-yard outs like they are going to have Jameis Crowder to run slants. That's where Zach Wilson's going to lie. That's where I'm at. I think that Robbie's a little upset about it, but that's just where I stand.
Because you realize that it's the goddamn Jets. All right, Every team. Hold on, hear me out. Every team and every defense is going to play man coverage against this team. You want to know why? Because you can. You don't need to play zone. There is no one that you need
until you can't.
That's right.
Well, until the Jets prove themselves, but the Jets haven't prove themselves.
I'm ready. I am ready.
This is like
it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Don't sleep on Salah. He's going to have that team ready to go. They are going to be much improved this season.
Salah's a defensive coach.
Doesn't matter. He's a leader of men.
It's a solid. I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now.
This is the Jets.
I'm all in on offense plan.
They have 3 quarterbacks that haven't thrown an NFL snap yet.
Listen, the Jets.
Matt LaFleur's brother Mike LaFleur is the offenve coordinator, correct?
This is the guy. Bro, listen. This is the kid that when it's kickball and it's like, hey yo, we got so and so coming up, and you scoot them in. You scoot them in. That's what the Jets are. You scoot everybody in.
Listen, Jets fans think they're making the playoffs.
Oh, well, they're going to have a great time this year then.
Well, so Bengals fans.
So you down there, Mr. Believe? This guy?
I'll send you an edible arrangement for your sorrows if you don't think they make the playoffs.
What kind of edibles we talking?
Larry, that's an edible arrangement. I want a fruit edible arrangement.
Let's get into Mike's take.
All right, I do agree with everyone about Corey Davis. Follow the money. But I do want to say something about the whole Denzel Mims situation. Part of it, to me, bringing Elijah Moore, the hype might be too much, but I think he's going to be good, especially like Robbie, I know, likes Elijah Moore because of his against the man. But the thing with Mims is he was brought in under a different regime, for one. And I know it was the Adam Gase regime, but still, I think Mims is going to be the odd man out eventually, and it's going to be Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Cole, and Crowder.
Okay. I like that. I like that you gave us the rankings. Will's mad at me right now. He's like, "Fuck Robbie." He's like, he went Stephen A on me.
It's okay. It's all right. It's your show. I'll let you do that. I just was trying to spark a little bit of conversation, if you feel me, but
It's your show,
Hey,
Steven.
you
just
sparked,
went next,
you sparked it. You sparked it. No, you sparked it, bro. I like
That's
that
what
you
I'm
brought
here
that
for.
out of me.
And no matter what, you still got that cool ass robe. So I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Hold on.
regardless of anything that happens.
Hey,
Can't
here's
fail that way.
hold on, really quick. Here's like just how like I just non-observant I've been. Look at Will's shirt underneath the robe. He's got his podcast logo. He's got his podcast.
Oh shit!
Of course.
Yo!
Shout out LQ, Real Deal Fantasy.
Always,
He's the
100%.
person, my second guest. He was like, bro, you got to get shirts. That's a done deal. Get shirts. Shout out LQ.
Where'd he get?
Went out, printed them. My
Where'd he get
sister
the
does
shirt?
them.
Where'd he get the
My
shirt?
sister does them.
That's branding 102 right there.
Send us a link. Send us a link.
All day, every day. I got my red solo cup. I got my thing. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Real Fantasy God. Check me out on TikTok, Real Fantasy God. I'm doing it all.
That's the real.
Thank you, Robbie.
Real fantasy.
That's a plug right there. That's a
Real,
plug right
real.
there.
It's kind of ironic because I'm not that great at fantasy, but I chose that name before I joined the community.
Hey, man.
Real Fantasy God.
If you can speak to it, it don't matter if you're good or not, right?
Fuck it.
Exactly. Hey, we
Right.
need perspectives of people that may not even be good. You know, it is what it is.
Hey,
Hey.
we're all experts, right?
Yeah, at least
All
that's
you
what
have
they
to
tell
do
us.
is say you are.
At least that's what they tell us.
Look at that. Get the
That's
hey,
it.
Cal, get that price tag off the bottom of that glass, my man. Get it.
Oh man, I
Dig
just got it
dig
today.
your nail in that.
Excuse me.
Dig your nail in the bottom of that. Get
I
out
just
there.
got it today. Excuse me. I haven't had time to talk about. I'm the rookie here. What do you expect? Like I don't got it like you guys yet. I'm trying
Listen,
to get
if
there.
No one knows that, Cal. You're wearing a wig. No one
I'm
thinks you're
trying
the
to
rookie.
get there. I'm the only one. I'm the only one wearing a wig now. I'm the only one
telling
in the
Bro.
get up now. So it's got to be that I'm the rookie and I'm getting hazed. I mean, I was fucking in space 2 minutes ago.
We're helping you, man.
Toby
Houston, we have a
Toby didn't know
Houston, we have a fucking
Bro, the difference in the audio is like insane though.
Yeah, yo, the difference in the audio. Yeah, really
Night
quick.
and day.
That's because
Night
I
and
went
day.
from Apple. That's because this was Apple, and the other shit was like on ear at Walmart. You dig? I'm fucking the rookie here. I'm in training camp trying to get a spot.
man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Baby,
That's it.
by the time
I'm
the
just-
season ready, you're gonna be experienced vet.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here, man. That's it. I'm just glad y'all had me and then kicked me the fuck out. You know what I'm talking about?
No, you good. You good. Hey,
Man,
hey,
get
let's
him
get
here,
it.
man.
Hey, I showed up. I showed up late.
Get him out of here.
Let's talk to 22 fantasy over there,
Go,
man.
go ahead,
The
Z2.
new guy there on the scene, right?
Go ahead, Z2. Go ahead, Toby.
We talking about the Jets.
Yeah, who the number one?
V2, yes,
Who-
thinking
who-
it, man.
Who's the number one? I like what I saw from Denzel Mims.
Oh shit.
I'm a shit on a lot of y'all's take. I like Denzel Mims. I traded I traded a third for him, and I'm happy about it.
You traded a third for Mims?
So you really
I have
long been on the
Dynasty.
record as a supporter
Dynasty,
of
it
Denzel
makes
Mims.
a little
I do
bit more
fuck with that guy.
Dynasty. I traded a third straight up for Mims. I like it.
Dude, I will trade that. I'll do that deal any day of the week. I love
The
Mims as well.
The question was for half point PPR, right?
Bro, you
I
are
mean,
channeling
you
you are
were-
channeling Robbie A. Smith.
You was getting 8 to 10 targets with Joe Flacco. What can you do with Zach Wilson? I don't give a shit about Corey Davis.
So what kind of edible
Two
do you
shits
think,
about Corey
bro?
Davis.
Z2, baby, Z2.
Corey Davis got open because of AJ Brown. That's why Corey Davis, a 5th-year breakout because AJ Brown was such a threat, and Derrick Henry.
What about
Put him in the Jets offense. He's gonna get double covered. So who's open? Denzel Mims. We don't care about Chris Herndon.
Okay.
Nothing. I'll take.
Dude, if you're thinking from a fantasy perspective, dynasty wise, it's a good. I completely agree with you.
Yeah,
You're
look,
saying
like-
redraft perspective. People,
Yeah,
if they're
redraft,
listening,
I'm not-
they
redraft,
have
I'm
to
not
understand
touching.
he's going early. Do not
Yeah.
draft Denzel Mims where he's going ADP. You cannot
No,
do that.
no.
There's other wide
Z2 dropping
receivers around.
bombs.
AJ Green's going around the same
Z2
ADP
coming
as
into
him
the
in
fucking
redraft.
show.
So wait, when do you think that this breakout season for Mims is going to come? Because you just got Elijah Moore, you just signed Crowder, you just signed Corey Davis, and next year they're going to draft a top wide receiver, and all of a sudden Mims is like, where did Mims go? Like,
I mean-
you know what I mean? It's just going to be like the rapper. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I mean,
Mims
look at it.
getting traded for a bag of Funyuns and a broken copy machine in the
No.
back.
Throw some
Why?
bees on that.
Third is kind of.
Just
I'm
ball
still pissed about that third that Z2 got. That's
Man,
really that's kind
I
of.
was gonna draft
But what
Patrick
about
Mahomes,
Braxton
they ain't gonna play.
Berrios?
I would do that. Mims for a third.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Give me that
I mean,
fucking
I'm not-
all day, baby.
But I don't play Dynasty, so maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm happy about getting a Jets receiver. I'm just saying I'm happy about getting A young receiver.
I'll say this: 2 years ago, Jamison Crowder was the man in PPR. He carried me. I got him late, and with that first year with Sam Darnold, with those targets, he was easily a top 25.
Crowder was an anomaly last year. I mean, you think about Gase. I mean, Crowder's getting 19 targets. Get the fuck out of here! 19 targets. Just out of here with that shit. Come on,
you throw 19 targets my way during a game. Like eventually, I'm like, you are not sending me across the middle.
Right?
Vincent Smith. You know who it's not really that great, but people in the community like Vincent Smith because he comes on a few shows and stuff. So Vincent Smith is awesome as a guest, but as a wide receiver, he's been injured mostly as a Jet. So whatever.
Hey, Calvin, what do you got? Who's the number one, bro?
Okay, first of all, am I on Earth or am I in space?
You on Earth?
You're in space, baby. No, let's put him in space. Put him in space.
Okay, so since I'm on Earth, all right. Okay, so the youth goes with the youth, right? So the old guys, to me, you can kind of count them all out. What I was saying initially when you put me on was first it starts with the quarterback because the receiver can't catch the ball by itself.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody has to throw him the ball. So the questions about the receiver starts with the quarterback. We don't even fucking know about the quarterback from the NFL level. Right. So as far as a connection is concerned, to me, the youth goes with the youth. So for me, you have to look at who they just drafted, which is Moore.
Yep.
Moore looks like the guy that's going to be the one. You know, I do like Davis. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Davis and Crowder. I do like Mims. I like all them guys. But the youth goes with the youth. They don't fuck with us. I'm 42 years old. They don't fuck with us old cats. You know what I'm saying? So, and look at the draft. Look at all these people like Burrow and Chase and how everything changed with how they want to draft the guys that they just played with, right? So for me, just for me, in this year that's coming up, I think you have to go with the youth and the youth.
I like that. I like that. I like that take on a lot of levels just because, you know, I talk about often, you know, this new guard and this new regime, you know, coming into play, you know, with guys, you know, Felipe Rivers recently retiring, Drew Brees retiring, Aaron Rodgers getting ready to retire, you know, so on and so forth. You know, a lot of these older, great talents that we've been used to for so many years that we've got to watch and study and learn from, they're leaving. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're going to start, and as well as so are their counterparts, you know, that at previous positions, you know, and those positions are getting more contact than quarterbacks. You know, so yeah, like I like what you said there on a lot of different levels.
Let me show love to the fantasy god too, right? Like they even did the same thing. They could have went with an offensive line. Like the whole world knew that the Bengals needed to shore up that offensive line, and they chose not to. Why? Because the youth fucks with the youth. They don't fuck with us old people. Yeah. they want what they know. They want what they know, and what Burrow knew was Chase, right? Like, and it just keeps going down the line like that. And so it's the same thing for the Jets. They may not have played together, but they're young, and so that connection is going to come quicker. They're going to be able to talk to each other easier. They're going to be able to go places if they vaccinated together easier. Like just all, even if they're not vaccinated, they're going to be like, fuck that vaccine. We can still stay here and be masked up and learn together, right? So I really believe now, I'm older, so I don't fuck with the youth either, but I really believe as far as from a fantasy football standpoint is concerned, like you said, we're starting to see it. And that's why, excuse me for getting his name right now, but the coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars came in.
Urban Meyer.
Yeah, Urban Meyer. Like,
can I put my 2 cents real quick, Robbie?
You're starting to see it more.
Let me throw my 2 cents in. So I love Jamar Chase. I think he's going to be a great talent. I don't think there's room for him on the Bengals offense. I just don't. I think Uzama's slept on. I think that Tyler Boyd and Higgins are slept on. I know you guys may not know who he is, but he can do things. He blocks. He catches passes. He's not fantasy relevant. You guys might not know who's
Jeff, right?
Will Chase be relevant when he tears his ACL again? Like everybody thought he was going to be relevant last year?
Listen, hear me out. Jamar Chase is not usable in the Bengals offense. We have someone exactly the same way in Auden Tate who doesn't get any playing time.
Why'd you draft him top 5 then?
Because they're not usable. Listen, I'm a Bengals fan. Like, I'm not in the front office.
I got you.
I'm not the ones drafting. I would have drafted a lineman. Why would you draft a wide receiver when you have T. Higgins, you have Tyler Boyd, you have CJ Uzama, and you have AJ Green. They traded him away to Arizona, the place where everyone retires.
But I
at.
just answered that question.
I feel like I
answered that
big
question.
You know,
at the
I got 2 things on that. One, I kind of agree with Calvin in like that familiarity breeds comfort, and like having that young person there and knowing that your number 1 quarterback has his number 1 wide receiver there. I can kind of get that a little bit for the connection, but I also think if you look at a team, I want to bring it to different sport, basketball. Look at what happened with the Suns. They got Chris Paul to be that general, that older vet, and he's elevated Ayton to a level that he hasn't seen before. So I also think it depends on who Zach Wilson gravitates toward.
Right. Because
Zach Wilson could gravitate toward a vet like Crowder or Davis to get like, yo, so what are you seeing out there? You know this, like I don't know who he's going to gravitate toward. So I do agree with your take about usually youth gravitates to great youth, but I don't know that for sure. And that gravitational pull will make a difference because chemistry breeds comfort, and with comfort, you're able to do things without thinking. And with that ability, that's going to become very vital for your quarterback.
And we never seen that.
I like it. I like it.
I got a question. This is a question I have. If you're in a dynasty draft, are you drafting Chase over Higgins? Because they're only a year apart.
I'm drafting Chase over Higgins.
Yeah, I'm not Higgins too. Yeah. But the thing is there's a year of familiarity in the NFL with Higgins and Burrow. I think people are underselling that. You know what I mean? There is
I can feel that. I can feel that. I can feel
Plus,
that.
Jamar Chase ain't played in a couple of years, so I mean, like, you know what I mean? That year off, we don't know how that's going to affect things.
Exactly.
So I mean, like, I ain't taking a stance, but it's something to point out. Also, the whole thing about the age thing or whatever, like, you know, these older guys. Corey Davis is my age, and I'm not.
Oh yeah, forget about Ryan.
Damn it, man. Okay, I'm young. I'm hip.
26. But you're old for football. But you're old for football. And so Corey Davis, when you start talking about
26 years old, boys.
That's your
because
prime.
we never seen this before in the NFL, right? You never seen all these quarterbacks and these running backs and these wide receivers and these coaches making sure that they put these guys together. Now, I'm not saying that I agree with it, but just look at how the draft went this year. Like, you want to be ahead of the curve and not behind, right? So it's like, and that's why they bring in the young coach, Urban Meyer, and that's why they bring in. It doesn't mean that it's going to be successful, but it's just like this guy said, right? Like the dynasty players, they're looking for a dynasty, right? So it may not work this year, and it may get a little bit better next year, but 5 years down the road, the Bengals may be going to the fucking Super Bowl, right?
Devontae,
and it'll be
number 1 dynasty wide receiver.
Exactly. Because same thing they did with Philadelphia, bringing Devontae Smith in with Hurts, right? Same thing they did in Miami, bringing Waddle in with the young guy, right? Excuse me if I'm getting the name wrong, but that's what it's like. That's where it's going.
Had a shot.
Because like we said, the Bengals. It's like we said, the Bengals could have easily. The whole fucking world, fucking overseas knew. People that don't even watch football, they watch football. They watched football and they were like, what the fuck are the Bengals doing? They needed offensive line help. It wasn't because of this year. And then what did the Bengals do? It's just like dynasty. What did they do in the second round? They went and got that fucking offensive lineman because they wasn't worried about it for this year. When you're building a dynasty, not everybody builds to win this year. Some people say, fuck it, I'm going to build to win next year. I'm going to give you the perfect example. Last night, in the dynasty league that I was telling you about, the 12 team that I made for autism awareness, I took Najee Harris over Nick Chubb. Now, all of y'all can fuck with me right now behind it, just like they did last night.
Yes.
But I wasn't trying
for you.
this year.
Cool with that. That was the best decision you've ever made.
Najee to the moon. This year.
That's biased.
You're in the first year of a dynasty and you're not trying to win.
And I'm in San Antonio, Texas, and I was like, that's spicy. I put a jalapeno on that bitch. You know what I'm talking about?
We close.
I put a jalapeno.
I put a jalapeno on that bitch. It's Fiesta in San Antonio, Texas right now. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get into this next question right here.
Let's go to Robbie's team.
Do it, baby. Come on, Robbie. What's the next question?
Many worry the presence of receivers like Curtis Samuel and Damani Brown affect the likes of one Terry McLaurin. We have talked about this on the show before, but does Terry still end up being a fantasy wide receiver 1? And where do those other guys land when it's all said and done? Let's start with Calvin. So what are you thinking about Washington's fantasy football outlook in terms of their receiving core?
Okay, I'm the new guy here, so I'm going to get in and get out on it, right? It's just like I said before. Fitzmagic is old, And as far as McLaurin is concerned, he's new, but he's old. He's already in the system. He already knows what to do. So I feel like the connection between McLaurin and Fitzmagic is going to come quicker. Now, you see my last name, Brown. So there's no way I could ever go against another man named Brown or another team named Brown. I love it, right? Just like Cincinnati Bengals got the CB. I'm CB, so I'm with that, right? But I just feel like the connection with McLaurin and Fitzmagic is going to be A1. He's going to be the top dog, and everybody else is going to fall behind.
Hell yeah. So I like that. Toby.
I think Terry is going to be the top dog, but I'm still bullish on taking him over guys like Keenan Allen and Allen Robinson, just because I've seen it consistently from him on a target standpoint. So I think a lot of people are cutting out J.D. McKissick from the target standpoint, but I still think that Ryan Fitzpatrick loves to throw it to his running back, so Antonio and J.D. are still going to have a role. So you could see a slight share not come to Terry because it's a veteran quarterback and not a guy like Taylor Heineke, Kyle Allen that's just forcing it to him. So as I do see Terry as the top dog, I still think that you could dial back the hype that he got at the beginning of the offseason because Ryan Fitzpatrick signed. But Terry McLaurin is still going to be the top dog. I still see him as a top 15, top 20.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can accept that. Drop the mic.
Ooh, so all right. So Terry McLaurin, that's a big debate.
All right, well, we go to Taco then. All right.
Go.
Which way we go?
Go, Taco.
All right. So listen, I've been on the debates with Terry McLaurin for a while. And long story short, I never knew this, but Terry McLaurin never finished inside. Like, he had one receiver 19 and one receiver 24 finishing his career. I love Terry McLaurin. I think he's going to be good. I think that the increased weapons actually help him because his quality of targets are going to be better. I think he can put up more touchdowns than what he did last season because he only had 4 touchdowns. He had 134 targets to 87 receptions. So I think that he's going to do better with the same targets that he had, if not maybe a little bit more, because we know Fitzpatrick and we saw what he did with Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker and him became that, and then everyone else, like Logan Thomas, is going to be Mike Gesicki, and then everyone else will fill in. But I also think that, just to bring up the quick point, Allen Robinson is someone that I kind of just I forgot about Allen Robinson. So this Allen Robinson Terry McLaurin debate, I think is going to be real spicy. I think I was very much bullish on Terry, but I think that Allen Robinson might have him. And I think that's because that came up, and I'm like, that's a debate, a real debate I have with a co-manager I have in a big money league, like, and we've won it multiple times. And those are the two names we're debating at because we have the first pick, and it's like Allen Robinson, a tight end, Terry McLaurin, AJ Brown. These are the guys we're looking at there, and I think that's going to be an interesting debate all season between Allen Robinson and Terry McLaurin. I think those are the two guys, and I think Terry McLaurin is wide receiver 1.
We're back at the space station.
Will. I think it's whenever he switches over to his iPhone. Go ahead, Will.
Yeah, so I think Terry McLaurin's not going to be touched. I think Curtis Samuel's a great talent and stuff like that. I think Terry McLaurin's only going to get an upgrade. He's got. I'm sorry, I got to tone it down because I was told by my fiance that I'm yelling.
Well, she's jealous. She's pissed that you're wearing her robe tonight.
Well, you don't want to see how spicy it gets when my fiance gets on the Bengals robe now. Anyway, so
D2, where's your robe, man? Put your robe on.
Yeah, you got a robe?
I got a Browns robe waiting for you, Will.
Are you gonna get the Fantasy Football Expo? We can sumo wrestle. The whole thing.
No, how about those big inflatable bubbles? You guys can run into each other.
I'm gonna have to get a Steelers robe so we can all just.
I used to wrestle. I can sumo.
I got college work to do, Will. I ain't gonna be at the expo.
I'm a grown ass man with one kid and one kid on the way. I can bullshit.
Hey, congratulations, by the way.
I have a question for anyone else. I have a question for anyone else but Will. Have you ever said in your life, "I can sumo"? Because that's what he just said.
I have never spoken those words in sequence.
Said those words.
Not to another guy. No.
I can literally sing that.
I said those words individually, but never in a string at the same time.
Hear me out. I can right fist down. I can salt, and then I can left fist down, and I can go. That's you. If you've ever watched sumo, you do right fist down.
I need to hear that lingo again. Say all that stuff one more time.
Okay. Everybody, pause. You right fist down.
Hey.
You salt.
Making noise? Are you making noise?
No, you just right fist down, silent. You salt. Okay? Which is literally throwing salt off the mat.
Are we Billy rocking here? What are we doing?
I cannot dance.
Hey,
Soldier
we're sumo
Boy,
wrestling.
that is it. So you throw salt and then you put your left fist down, and right when the left fist touches, sumo wrestlers know, right when the left fist touches, that's the go. So right when the left fist touches, that's when the boys hit. So
I'm on
if
the edge of
you're-
my
every day.
seat,
Holy
like
shit.
you. Quick left kick. Is everyone else
He
on the
is
edge of their
right.
seat like me?
He is right. I know that
Let's
for
do
a
it.
fact.
Fantasy
Will
Football
is right.
Expo.
Thinking about it,
Whoever
that
wants to sumo
explains
wrestle
a
me,
lot.
I'll take my shirt off. I'll sumo wrestle anybody. Let's go.
Listen. You may be able to take your shirt off, but I'll make weight.
What's happening?
Well, you just roll up on people like, "Hey, you trying to sumo? You
Like,
trying to
yeah,
sumo?"
man,
And it's like,
hold
is
on.
that your
I
flex?
go to
Is
the
that-
bar. I
COVID
poke
shit
people
is
on the
real
back.
to me,
I say,
bro.
let's sumo.
Poke people in the back. Do you have a sumo? Do you have a sumo costume? Or
Hey,
how
he
does
got
that work?
the.
Can I
Hey,
get greased up first though?
He got the fastest. Hey, he got the fastest left hand in the East, bro. He said,
Boom, boom.
Done. Done.
I love
Wait a minute.
it.
You're wearing a
I was
fucking.
super
You're wearing
shitty at
like a
wrestling. I
cloth
just
around
learned
your
the rules.
palm.
But wait, question: if I don't put my left hand down, can I just not put it down and wait for you? I'm like, oh, he's gonna make it first anyway. So instead, I'm just gonna play defense already and wait for you.
What if you put one
What
hand
is
in
this, half
the like
wrestling,
this, and
half
then you
rock, paper, scissors?
when they
Like,
look up
I'm
there,
like,
you
I'm not
hit the
gonna
ground,
win
and then you
this.
hit
Let
him.
me get in defense.
I'm not fielding questions at this point. I have no idea.
Throw it in
Rumboyz
the
After Dark, ladies and
and
gentlemen.
put a fist down.
all right, drop the mic, FF.
Are we still talking about the Washington football team?
Yeah, it's your
Yes.
turn, Mike. Go ahead,
Oh
Mike.
god!
All right. So me and Robbie have talked about this before. I love Scary Terry, F1, whatever nickname you want to give McLaurin. Give me a top 10 to 12 performance in redraft. I love him in Dynasty. I was buying him. I do get the worry about, especially, I wasn't too worried when they brought Curtis in. When they brought Curtis Samuel in, I thought it was going to help him more than it was going to hurt him. Then when they brought Diami in, I understand it's another weapon, but you can't go wrong with them. Logan Thomas is there. I do understand about Will said about, I think it was Will, about J.D. McKissick, but, it was Toby. Oh, well, it was Toby.
I'm the hater here. Don't worry.
But at the same time, I do understand the worry about guys like Allen Robinson and that kind of thing in redraft. But I just looked at Fantasy Pros, and they have McLaurin at 12, and they have Cooper at 13 and Godwin at 14. I'm taking McLaurin over Godwin and Cooper all day long, every day of the week.
Ooh, okay.
Where was Allen Robinson? Just by
11.
I can't do
11.
there we go, baby. There we go.
Okay. Larry, what you got?
What was the question? No.
He's too focused on sumo.
It's like it's a very broad category, boys.
Staring at my left hand, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? No.
There's a whole lot you can do with your left hand,
All
Larry.
right. Who blushed? Everyone blushed. Everyone
Did
blushed on the panel.
you forget the name of the Washington team that we're
Here's the
talking
deal.
about?
No. This is very simple.
Redskins.
Terry McLaurin. Hold on. Terry McLaurin will be at. He's a wide receiver one. There's no doubt about it. First of all, this is what we have to discuss first before we start getting into Terry McLaurin. It's whether the Washington football team signed Ryan Fitzmagic or did they sign Ryan Fitztragic? Because they're two very different players, and it's very, very easy for one of them to emerge. I have experience as a Jets fan of both sides of that coin. So, usually he's good when he plays for a team for the very first time, and hopefully, and I hope that it's Fitzmagic, because Fitzmagic, he lights the NFL on fire, and everyone appreciates it. Everyone loves it. It's good for the NFL. It's good for life. When you have Ryan Fitzmagic. And guess what?
We're all genuinely happy when Ryan Fitzmagic is playing.
Yeah, and if it's Ryan Fitzmagic, and if it's Ryan Fitztragic, I feel like Terry McLaurin will still be a wide receiver one, because Ryan Fitzpatrick loves to favor one wide receiver, and he's the alpha wide receiver. Ryan Fitzmagic is going to light it up, throwing it to McLaurin. And I think Logan Thomas is going to eat. I feel like, there's another topic we'll discuss a little bit later as to teams that are going to surprise you, and I feel like the Washington Redskins are right there. If we see Ryan Magic instead of Ryan Fitztragic, because it's just a huge. Everything comes down to him. Terry McLaurin will be fine, I think, either way though. In terms of wide receiver one, I'll take him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take him. I'm a big T3, F1, whatever the hell you want to call him.
Larry, you really made me feel bad about, like, good and bad about my Fitzmagic Superflex shares. Like at the beginning, I was like, "Why did I draft him?" And now at the end, I'm like, "Oh, I'm happy."
You're gonna find out after like week 2 or 3 if you have Ryan Fitzmagic or Ryan Fitztragic. Because it's either one or the other. You're not getting, because he's a gunslinger, and he's enjoying life in his older age, and he's just gonna let it rip. And Terry McLaurin's he's gonna eat regardless, I believe. And it all depends on who you get, the tragic or the magic, about everybody else, whether everyone else will eat as well.
So basically, you're just saying we're just happy he's not on the Jets, right?
Fucking A. So he's like, I'm drunk.
I never wanted them to re-sign him anyway. Fuck Ryan.
Sounds like Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Herms, how you feel, bro? How you feel?
Oh well,
hey, Cal, real quick. Why don't you try and maybe hit mute, perhaps on
okay,
maybe.
Oh yeah, it's like if it's feedback, yeah. Harms, how you feeling?
Yeah. So as far as the Washington football team goes, I don't know. Okay, so I got my rankings in front of me and shit, and like, bro, like I got F1 at my wide receiver 7, and like I'm good with it, because like if you look back at like Fitzpatrick's history or whatever, he's been able to support these insane, because like, you know, Devontae Parker is the most recent example, but like, I get it was a while ago and it's been a minute since that happened, but like, you know, Brandon Marshall back doing that shit. He did a whole heck of a lot with like Eric Decker as well. And then like, you know, like Stevie Johnson way back, you know, those Buffalo days and shit. Like, like he picks a dude. He's just like, hey, we're best friends now. Let's do this. And it's just like, yeah. So it's like, of the likeliest people for that to be, it's going to be that dude. And also something that's important to remember, like, not only will bringing in Curtis Samuel, like, help take attention away, Curtis Samuel already has a familiarity with the coaching staff with his time back in Carolina. Because if you remember correctly, Ron Rivera and offensive coordinator Scott Turner come from Carolina. So they've already coached this dude before. He's already familiar with what they're going to be doing. So even though it's a new team, it's not going to be fully a new system. Now, I'm sure that there have been some nuances and things that have been altered because of the fact that, you know, Scott Turner was just he was a quarterback's coach during that time. He wasn't like running the show, but at the same time, it's just like that's a heavy influence to have on an offense. So it's like, yeah, that's going to be super. Like, I feel like that transition is going to be smooth. And also, like, you know, I mean, like, Zammy Brown's good, you know, but at the same, like, they don't have to expect too much from him right away, because if we're looking at it just like objectively speaking, he's probably going to be 4th in line for targets, just behind those two aforementioned wide receivers, and also Logan Thomas, who's been brought up a bunch. So, like, all things considered, and also just like I remember like somebody was saying earlier about how like, well, you know, McLaurin only ever having like those like certain finishes or whatever. He's never finished like super high. It's just like, yeah, but like who the fuck was throwing him the ball? You know what I mean? Like, for as much as we could talk about Ryan Fitzpatrick having, you know, this like up and down shit, which is like true. It's true. It's fair to point out. It's complete. I'm not going to dismiss that. It's the best quarterback he's ever had to work with. You know what I mean? And that also ties into the conversation that we were having about Allen Robinson and people being skeptical about that shit. It's just like, why are we skeptical about that? Andy Dalton and Justin Fields are the best fucking quarterbacks he's ever had to fucking work with. So, you know, putting those two guys against each other, like, it's actually a pretty good thing to put those two guys in the same category, because it's just like, look, you can be incredibly fucking good and overcome really terrible quarterback play. It speaks to their talent that they both have. So it's just like, if I'm a pick between those two motherfuckers, because I don't know how it turned into that, but I'm cool with it, I don't care. I'm not going to pick between the two because they're both going to be incredibly fucking good. So just like, I don't know. Those are my thoughts and stuff. So yeah, there it is. Herms terms.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Yo, I'm with it. Like I've been beating the drum, and again, I'm gonna keep beating the drum. You know, Curtis Samuel, Damani Brown do not affect Terry McLaurin. I'm in agreement with terms. We don't have to expect a whole lot out of Damani. Logan Thomas is going to be eating across the middle. And then, you know, Curtis Samuel is going to be a great jet sweep weapon. But that's where I see him really being effective. If anything, he could possibly affect Gibson more, but even still, I don't see Gibson being that heavily effective, just because he can just rip one off, and that's just how he is. Like, Gibson Gibson is going to create his own plays. So all in all, I mean, McLaurin still going to be the wide receiver one. I could see Curtis Samuel being like a wide receiver 34-ish range. When it's all said and done, and then Damani Brown is somewhere sitting, 40s, somewhere around there.
I think our homeboy Andrew in the comments brought up a good point with the most recent comment there, and I will say, like, I feel you on that, and that's why ranking Curtis Samuel personally has been kind of difficult, because it's just like, it's a good thing insofar as he knows the people that are going to be coaching him, but you're right, he was deployed at times kind of curiously in Carolina, so it's like, I feel you on that. That's a very wise thing to point out. I got you on that for sure. And even like Robbie, you said the same thing. You know what I mean? Just like, kind of somewhere in that wide receiver 3 range, because as much as he popped off last year doing that shit, you know what I mean? That was a different coaching staff. They were scheming and using him differently. So it's like, if he goes back to that, I don't know, but I don't know. At best, he just opened shit up for Terry McLaurin.
I think the biggest thing to look at though is those JD McKissick targets, because he had like over 100 targets last year. So do they use JD the same way they used him last year, or do they put Samuel in that role and they let him go that way? Because when you look at JD,
it'll be Samuel that'll do that. It'll probably be Samuel that'll do
Gibson
that.
if he's healthy.
But think about it. JD was a top 24 running back in PPR last year.
I think though, let me put my 2 cents in here. I think that you have to look at the quarterback. I think the quarterback change is huge on this. Alex Smith is known for checkdowns. JD McKissick's a huge guy to catch those checkdowns. Fitzpatrick's not the guy to do that. He's the guy to risk it to go long. That's why I think Terry McLaurin is going to sort of step up when it comes to Fitzpatrick. I do think J.D. McKissick, I had him on my roster last year. I think he was a great guy. I don't think this year he's going to ball out as much because I've never seen Fitzpatrick turn down to a 5-point out route when he can get his helmet pulled to the side and throw a 20-yard bomb to whoever. He doesn't care who the wide receiver is. He'll risk it for his guys. You know what I mean?
And the biscuit.
It's a little different.
He's like, it ain't for cigarettes. Hey,
exactly.
Will, I respect the hell out of that tape. Oh, Larry, you're muted. Let's go ahead and get into the next topic here. Our second to last topic of the night.
What a loser. Me. What a loser.
All good.
No, the Jets.
Oh.
I just want to count the lighted cigarette lighter, not show it. I was thinking Ozzy Osbourne quote. Show me your cigarette lighters. You know, when I've seen Ozzy Osbourne play with them.
Hold on, man. Fuck around and light my wig on fire.
No, don't light the wig on fire. Actually, wait. Light the wig on fire. Light the wig on fire. Yeah.
No,
I'm the rookie. I have to.
No.
That's bad juju.
You're trying to get Twitter famous.
Let's get wigs on fire. Wigs on fire.
I'm a medical professional. I'll put this shit out.
No, he's like, I got it.
I'll give it CPR.
A medical professional. I will put this shit out.
Oh my gosh.
That was Cal right there, baby. Woohoo!
What NFL franchise do you guys believe surprises fans? Just NFL fans in general, no team-specific fans, just NFL fans as a whole. Okay.
That changes my answer.
What NFL franchise do you believe surprises football fans the most with either A, how good, or either B, how bad they do?
Yes.
And I have to handle.
Are you at the door?
Ready? Z2. Ready? Your turn first.
Yeah, I got to grab something. Herms, you go ahead and go first. Is Z2 on the phone?
Yeah. And he's not muted.
He's ordering a pizza right now.
I'll be at the door. I'll be at the door right now.
Oh, he's still a pizza guy.
You got to get that pizza.
That's that real shit right there.
Is it a hooker or a pizza? One or the other.
Exactly, one of the two. Like that's a first. That's a Rumboyz After Dark first.
And it could be the dope man. Who knows?
Exactly. Yeah, it could be the dope man. Yeah. Hey,
has anybody had the Domino's like robot car roll up yet?
No.
Do you see that commercial? I'm like, dang,
yeah,
I almost want to order a Domino's just to have my car pull up Domino's and get it out of the fucking trunk or whatever it is.
They brought the noise back. That's why.
Man, they ain't got no stuff crust.
Harms, go ahead and do your take, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of things that happen, there you go. That's a professional segue. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Top notch.
All right. Yeah. See, I'm incredibly talented, obviously.
You
but
sound like it.
anyways, I
Clearly.
feel like it's kind of a strange answer to give just because I feel like everybody's kind of cognizant of like the weird reputation that like their fan base has versus the reality of their fan base. But like Dallas is kind of just like always like whenever we're like convinced that they like, oh man, they have the pieces, they can finally put it together, and then it's just like, all that shit. And then they just end up like falling flat on their face. So I guess it's not like super surprising whenever they fall flat on their face because it's consistent. But at the same time, like the collective hype that people get behind every single year without fail still kind of contributes to that a little bit. So it's like, it's not the best answer necessarily, but I still feel like the Cowboys is a decent answer. And also I feel like a dark horse candidate, if I was going to pivot off of that a little bit, like, I don't know. I feel like the Bears have always been like a little bit of that. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck it is about that shit, but like, bro, dude, like they're
lightning in a bottle for the Bears.
But exactly, it's like so often, like like
why you say
they've had
Dallas,
low key decent teams at times, and it's just like what the fuck. Like I don't know, that range of outcomes is fucking wild for the Bears. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but like, those are probably my two, I guess. Like I don't know, like
Fuck it.
Oh shit, yeah, yo, that's a good answer too in the comments.
What? Oh, he got beer. He ordered beer.
You got that Mick Ultra. There you go. Good job. Good job.
Nice. Okay, Larry, who you got? Who do you got? What's a team out of the 32 that is just going to either good or bad? Actually, tell us whether it's going to be good or bad and how they shock people.
I feel like we talked about it just now. I feel like the first team that came to my mind when I saw this question was the Washington Redskins. The only thing they are missing is the quarterback. They have a top-notch defense. They have offensive skill positions. Their offensive line is slightly above average.
And we have no name.
Yeah, I feel like
what better time to win a Super Bowl when you have no name?
Well, here's the deal with the Redskins
football team.
Oh Jesus, the WFT baby, the Washington Football Team. My bad. They have the offense. They have the defense. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're doing it the right way. Maybe they are biding their time and just creating a super team in the trenches, and then they'll bring on the quarterback next season.
From the inside out, baby.
That's what we did. That's what we did in the 90s. That's exactly what we did in the 90s.
But what I don't understand is you're not going to be able to draft a great quarterback with the roster they have right now, because they have a roster that can compete, especially in that division, because the Eagles are still up in the air. The Giants are going to be terrible. I don't know.
Dilly.
The Giants going to be terrible. Yes. And the Cowboys are will be solid. One would think if Dak remains healthy. So I don't know, man. I feel like the Skins are kind of a sneaky play in the NFC East. They have everything. It all depends on, like I said earlier, I'm harping on it again. You're going to get Fitzmagic or Fitztragic, one or the other. If it's Fitzmagic, sky's the limit for the Washington Football Team.
There it is.
My apologies. I feel, you can say the Skins, I think, yeah, or no?
Pig Skins.
Yeah, there you go.
Pig Skins would be amazing. What a great team name.
That would be kind of
that should be it.
Pee Wee Herman pass.
Love Pee Wee Herman, by the way.
Oh shit, Pee Wee Herman.
Are you saying he just died?
Pee Wee's Playhouse. What?
Pee Wee's Playhouse. Yeah.
The dude that was caught doing
Pee Wee's Playhouse.
In the movie theater.
No, the blue-faced genie.
Pee Wee just died. What did you just say?
No, okay, no, it was an actor. It was a blue face from Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Okay, hey.
It was a blue face from Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Who, Johnby?
Paul Rubens still kicking. There we go. All right.
Yeah, Johnby.
Johnby died?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Are you fucking kidding me? Johnby just died?
Yeah, dude.
Mecca Lecca High. Mecca Heine
Ho.
Tell him Marge sent ya.
Mecca Lecca High, Mecca Heine Ho. Johnby.
To Johnby. Dilly.
To Johnby.
Dilly to Johnby.
I watched Pee Wee's Play. First of all, Pee Wee's Playhouse came out between, it was like 1983, between 1985. There were 3 or 4, 5. I think it was about 5 seasons. So fast forward to now, in the year 2021, my 5-year-old daughter addicted to Pee Wee's Playhouse. If you have a child loves Pee Wee's Playhouse, it's made for a 5-year-old kid. Jesus. It was on Netflix. They took it off Netflix. They'll probably put it back on now. Now Johnby died, probably. Hopefully.
Bro, damn, that's crazy.
My daughter loves fucking Pee-wee and Pee-wee's Playhouse. The whole show is made for a 5-year-old kid. I've watched Pee-wee's Playhouse in the past 365 days 500 times.
Damn.
You either got to be a kid or high as fuck. Those are the two.
Yeah, you got
Rainbow. Give him a shot at Reading Rainbow. That shit too.
Hey, no, Reading Rainbow was the shit. Reading Rainbow cranked.
Both my kids are crazy addicted to Reading Rainbow right now, and Pee-wee's Playhouse, and the movies, and the Pee-wee movies.
John B. died. Holy moly, that's big news.
That's crazy.
Taco.
Back to reality.
So, I loved hearing, Larry over here go off on these Washington Redskins or whatever they're calling themselves this season for the main fact of they won a division last year. Who are they shocking? If they don't win a division, it's worse than last year. So their minimum is you have to win a division, right? And then when you look at it, the team that everyone is sleeping on is the New York Football Giants. I was watching this show, I think, last week when you guys were going up on your NFC East prediction, and everyone is like, oh, the Redskins, the Cowboys, but no one brought up these Giants because guess what? Daniel Jones is in year 3, and Daniel Jones is really Danny Dimes. He's one of the best deep throwers of the football in the NFL. Yes. You want spicy? Here comes the taco with the whole enchilada. Because think about it like this: the Giants have one of the best defenses.
Everybody mute except for Taco.
The Giants have some of the best offensive weapons. You have Saquon Barkley, you have Kenny Golladay. You're talking about Kadarius Toney. You're talking about Shepard. You're talking about Ingram. You're talking about Slayton. You're talking about
how many games is Golladay gonna play? How many games is Golladay?
Guess what? We got
he ain't gonna play 17.
We got Saquon Barkley, the best running back in football. If Barry Sanders and Bo Jackson had a baby, that baby would be Saquon Barkley.
Hey,
you forgot the greatness. That is Queasy.
That's one unhealthy baby. That's one baby.
Let me know when Daniel Jones can run over 40 yards without falling.
Bro. Taco, can you give me a
favor?
Taco, give me a favor. I need you to overnight me to California, whatever you're smoking, because it has to be good.
Bro, let's put it like this. I like the la. I like my bud, but I'll be real. The team that's going to shock everyone because you see it on this panel is these New York Football Giants. When they win the NFC East and they beat those football, whatever they want to call themselves.
100% agree. I 100% agree with Taco's take.
Come on.
Can I go next?
I was like, I gotta get this one guy.
Hold on. I think the New York Giants are gonna. I think the New York Giants are gonna surprise everybody. Listen to me, because I think they're going to be the worst team in the division, and I don't think that's going to be because of the. I don't think that's going to be because of the running back or wide receiver. I think that's going to be because, like, he had a little
quarterback.
This is going so
Danny
well.
Dimes is garbage. Danny Dimes is about as trash as this empty fucking Mike's Hard Lemonade. I can't stand Danny Dimes. Listen, let me tell you guys right now. I'm not I don't want to trash another human being, but Danny Dimes has had wide receiver course. He's had a running back. He's had a tight end. He continues to disappoint. He's just like Drew Lock. You're not going to get what you want out of him. You're not. You need to risk draft capital for Aaron Rodgers, or you need to do something big. You're not going to change your franchise around with a Daniel Jones or a Drew Lock. That's like saying you're going to win a playoff game with Andy Dalton.
Yes!
Stupid.
Yes!
I gotta check out.
Fucking A, Danny.
I'm just saying, you guys can hate or love my takes. That's how I do it.
I love your takes.
I love
Fantasy God, the
I'm
real
not even judging anyone. It's just the energy. Oh my god.
Not real fantasy God.
Oh my god.
Holy
shit, bro.
What the fuck is going on here? We got some seasonings here.
Rumboyz After fucking Dark, my dude.
11 drinks in, and that's what happens, boys. I'm telling you right now, I bring the fucking bang.
Hayslip said they got Herms, Robbie, and me as the interior O line. Like, oh fuck.
Hold on.
Dude.
The boy at GMM said it best. Danny Dimes was the top of the league in deep ball accuracy in 2020, and now you're adding Kenny Galladay in, and you have
It's because he only threw 4 passes. He only threw 4 passes.
And I
What are
bet
we
you
talking
the
about?
offensive line is better. We're good on defense with Aziz. We're winning the division, baby. Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Cowgirls. Fuck them all, baby.
You getting no more jalapenos? Fuck
I almost
you.
damn lost
Hey,
There's something else behind fucking Mr. Taco over there.
All right,
ahead,
I know this is
Mike.
gonna be okay. It's gonna be hard to live up to Will on this one, but before I give my take, I want to say one thing about something that Taco said. He keeps bringing up Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney's garbage. That's just another thing.
Oh, geez.
Garbage. But here's my team, and I'm going the opposite of good.
Ooh.
I think Seattle could be the last place team in the NFC West.
That was going to be. Guess what? I'm with you, my man. Guess what? I was gonna. That was my. On the show sheet or whatever, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with the Skins, and I'm gonna go Seattle.
I think Seattle could end. I don't think
Seattle.
Seattle is either going to finish 3rd or 4th in that division, and it all depends on what happens with the Niners and the Cardinals. Because I think the Rams win that division.
Did you see the Cardinals have the? Did you see the Cardinals have the highest catch rate, the highest non-drop rate of any fucking team?
Yep,
You know why? Because Kyler Murray runs the fuck a lot.
I mean,
baby.
When you're right,
Now,
you're
hold
right.
on. Now let me address this motherfucker that said something about the Cowboys. Because even though I'm from Texas, I'm not a Cowboys fan because my boy already addressed that I was a Denver Broncos fan. Now, there's no way you can tell me that you really think that them Giants or anybody else is going to beat the Cowboys. Now, to address the question earlier,
I do.
like
It's
the
called the
Cowboys
Washington
have to
football
have the most unrealistic fan base, right? Because how many franchises have won at least 3 in a row like that? That's why that bar is set so high for the Cowboys, and that's why everybody thinks, especially Cowboys fans, every year the Cowboys are just going to be great, right?
Okay,
but there's
how long
no
ago was
fucking
that?
way. There's no
Like-
fucking way. There's no fucking way with the offensive line healthy and Zeke healthy and Dak healthy and ZD Lamb and Amari Cooper and all the other weapons that they have, that they're not going to at least win the NFC East.
Does defense not exist?
They won't.
Defense does not exist.
Wild card. I have the Cowboys as a wild
Defense does
card. I
not
have the
exist in the
Cowboys
NFC East. Not in the NFC East.
Oh,
Yeah, you got the
Washington.
Giants.
Washington.
Yeah, you got the football
Washington football
team.
team, the Giants, low key, incredibly good defense. I said it
But-
last week. Even when I was flaming them, I gave them that credit. Like, that defense is fucking good, bro.
That's true.
Like,
That may be true, but can they outscore the Cowboys? That may be true, but will they? Not can they? Will they outscore the Cowboys?
Oh,
what receiving core is better than the Cowboys?
Speaking of,
is better than the Cowboys.
Speaking of Will, I thought Will said he was going to try to put on that Cincinnati Bengals helmet earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
He didn't say that.
I'll put it on next topic. I keep doing this like I'm Donald Trump. I don't know why I keep doing this. That's not something I do. I'll put it on next
wonderful helmet,
topic.
a beautiful helmet. I look out in the crowd and I see
It's
there's all
a
these
huge
helmets.
helmet. It's my daughter's helmet,
Look
even
at
though
my
it's
hand.
huge.
Look at my hand.
It's a huge helmet this
I
guy's
think you can
bragging
fit it,
about.
bro. I think you got it. I think you can fit it.
Kafifi.
Oh my
Just-
god.
Trust me, I put it on every day. I know.
It was supposed to be Mike's. It was supposed to be Mike's take, and like we just fucking went off the rails. Oh, Mike is back. It is his.
He
take
took a
now.
break. He took a break. He's
One
got, you know,
thing,
he's got a.
the Cowboys did have a losing record with Dak, so all this Dak hype is like you were 2-3.
Dude,
You were losing. You were
yeah,
losing.
this guy's
And the
Taco's
offensive
off the
line
rails
was
right now.
dead, right?
Taco is
And
losing his
how
He
many
mind.
is.
offensive line
Don't
starters did
don't
they
hate on
lose?
Dak.
5,
Cowboys
right?
just happened sideways.
My fantasy record with Dak was winning, though.
Not
Hold
5.
on.
Go ahead.
Taco.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. It's your take.
No,
Just
it's Z2's turn.
Oh, Z2, what's your take? My fault.
Oh,
Shit.
this is pumped. This is
All right,
pumped.
I'm gonna go down right field. I like the Bengals a little bit.
A rat field?
Okay.
No, fuck that noise. I'm gonna go with the Browns. They gonna be that's Super Bowl right there. We don't care about the little tiger stripe Bengals.
That was a fucking. You just pantsed. Fucking Will. You virtually pantsed Will.
Fucking Will ran off a sack.
No, we ain't gonna talk about the crybaby Bengals. They're gonna be in last like they usually are. We ain't gonna talk about the Steelers who are gonna go 7-0 and be like the fakest undefeated team that there was.
The defense got hurt, damn it.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let's cry.
Also, Ben Roethlisberger is very bad, so it's fine.
Yes.
Like, I'm a realistic fan. I know.
We're gonna go with the Browns are gonna shock the world and win the division because
is that a shock?
They're
a complete team, dude. Like,
I don't think that's a shock.
Steffi was on here last week saying that shit. Like, that team's fucking good, bro.
I will back my statement up of being a Browns fan on Twitter. A lot of Ravens fans come at you on Twitter because you talk about the Browns.
Then Z2, stop. Why you keep following Ravens fans?
Fuck Ravens fans.
I don't follow them.
Except for the ones that are my friends. Except for the ones that are my friends.
You must talk a lot of shit, bro. You must talk a lot.
I tweeted about Ryan Tannehill and I got so much hate about it. I don't want to tweet.
Those fucking Ravens fans, they always give me a hard time.
What did you tweet about Ryan Tannehill though?
I said he was gonna in redraft. He's gonna be better than Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, and Russell Wilson.
People are here.
Better than all them.
Keep preaching the gospel, baby. Keep preaching the gospel.
Ryan Tannehill is the man right now. I mean, he's lighting it up. So whatever, man. That's how it is. I mean, if we're talking.
I don't think that's a bad pick necessarily. I mean,
tell that to Twitter. Russell Wilson's fans are hurtful.
Z2's a redraft guy, so what he's spitting, the fire that he's spitting is from a redraft angle. So yeah, man, Tannehill, he's got some weapons now, and I mean, what's the teardrop between Tannehill and the next guy that everyone else is upset about?
Larry, I appreciate you calling me a redraft guy. Technically, I'm a graphic designer. So if anybody y'all want to know it, just hit me up.
Nice. Yeah, right.
There it is. Plug.
He does great work too.
Hit
Hit him up.
I am a redraft.
All right,
that was finesse. That was finesse. I like that.
My bad. Z2, baby. The graphic designer.
No, but don't sell yourself too short, my dude. I mean, you got some good takes too, man. Don't limit yourself to graphic design. You know your shit,
man. You're way better than a graphic designer.
I mean, if I were to take it out of fandom of the Browns, I would say. Let me think. Let me give me the hard thing.
All right. Honestly, dude, it's still a good answer. Even if you're figuring it out, like legitimately, it's like they're a good fucking team. Like,
let me go with the Eagles because we're talking about the NFC South. Eagles winning the division.
You lost me. You had me and you lost me.
Give me the Eagles.
It was right there.
I think Jalen Hurts can get his completion percentage right. And I think that their defense can get right in that division.
Damn it, Toby, fuck.
Don't sell me short. Hey, we're gonna clip this, and we're gonna come back to it when the Eagles are 9-7 and they win in that division.
Bro,
that's all you need. That's all you need.
I agree with that.
Listen, what edibles you got? Because you supposed to be sending in my way because you really on some good shit. You took the same shit I was taking before, but you took it on another level.
You've been talking about New York teams the whole time. I don't know what you on, but you should send it my way.
I agree with
that.
The Eagles have a better chance of winning the division than the Giants. I'm just
the Giants were one game out of the division last year.
Yeah.
We were one game out, and we have a better defense, and we have weapons on offense. And God forbid,
we don't have a quarterback.
Jones is the most slept-on player in fantasy football. Because if he steps up, he will be a top 10 quarterback. I
got one more thing to say.
What's up, Mike?
I got one more thing to say, and I'm dropping the mic on this. Don't forget, your offensive coordinator is freaking Jason freaking Garrett.
Oh, yeah. No, don't pound your chest for that. Are you kidding me? Embarrassing. What an embarrassing chest.
Go ahead, Calvin. He's holding up his Barkley card.
You paid for his ACL surgery, didn't you?
Let's go, CB.
So what's the question then? What am I
answering? What team, whether good or bad, surprises NFL fans the most out of all 32 teams? Just bold prediction, like good or bad.
Quick answer, because I got 1% on my fucking phone and I'm
Oh.
rookie this motherfucker.
about
And
it,
I'm going back and forth between charging my phone and keeping my earphones on because it's the only way you motherfuckers can hear me. Is whichever team that gets Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh, hey now.
That's it. Whether it's the Broncos, whether it's the Houston Texans, because that's the main two people that everybody's talking about,
Or
right?
Green
Like,
Bay.
He's
Don't
not
forget
going
the
to
Raiders.
or Green Bay. If he stays with Green Bay, look at the drafts. Whether it's redraft or
not
dynasty,
staying.
look at how Devontae Adams is fucking falling, right? No matter what. That's
The pass.
That's it right there.
I'm with you, Andrew.
Look at that right there. Look at
AH.
how Adams is completely falling. And it's only because people are worried about who his quarterback is. I'm not gonna drop the mic because that's somebody else shit, but boom, that's it. You know what I'm talking about? Like wherever Adams goes, because that's what the whole shit, not Adams, excuse me, wherever Rodgers goes, because that's what everything is about this year. Where is Rodgers gonna go?
The new guy is learning the industry pretty well, very fast. I just gotta say,
I know
Calvin,
the industry.
you know?
I know the industry, baby. I've been playing this shit since green screen.
He needs
I've
like
been
a
playing
fucking.
this- I've been
He needs to
playing
get
this
like
since the computer was
a
green
snap
screen.
going or something with that hairdo.
He got
I think
the
Calvin needs a
wig.
permanent wig logo.
He's I came on a live stream with the wig. I'm taking tequila straight.
He needs a
Like,
snippy snap with that hairdo.
I've
Hey,
been
Calvin.
waiting for yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you
1%.
realize that me and you are in a league together?
I know we are. Trust me.
Oh shit!
I know we are, and that's great. But I don't know which league it is. Do you know which league it is?
It's the Dynasty Moose one that we started last year.
For mental health awareness, real shit. For mental health awareness, real shit. So you know, it's all
You're the
good.
man, Calvin. That's
It's all
awesome,
good.
bro.
No, man,
That's
y'all
awesome.
the man. I'm rookie and my phone is trying to die. I had technical difficulties with my fucking computer because it's for my kids shit. I'm telling you, my baby mama in the other room with the kids and the fucking dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
I'm
Calvin,
very happy to be here. It's OTAs and you motherfuckers is telling me what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, your next league, definitely invite me, bro. I'm trying to get into that, so I definitely want to be in your next league, bro.
Yeah, I'm
love
trying to
this
get
man.
into that
Everybody-
league. I'm trying to get
Please,
into that
please
league.
Yo,
invite.
I want all the smoke.
It's
I want
for
all the best.
hashtag.
And when I beat y'all, you understand. It's that Giants life, baby.
Bro, I play different. I play different when I play for charity. Like I am not nice. I am nicer when we're playing for money. I am a significantly nicer person when we're
I
playing
play
for
the
money.
same, baby. I
The
play the same.
second, the
How is anyone a
second,
Giants fan and think that the Giants are any good?
the
that
second,
possible?
the second we
How is
start
that
playing for
possible?
charity, the
Jets
second we
fans
start
says
playing for
what?
charity, I am whooping ass. I am coming. I am taking it
Well,
all.
come
I am
whoop
winning
ass.
for my shit. I'm winning for my charity. I'm winning
Hey,
for your
Robbie, quick
charity.
question.
Let's go.
Who all's in the Scottish Bowl? Is everyone in the Scottish Bowl here?
Everyone here is. Everyone but
that's what's
Taco.
up.
Everyone but Taco.
Oh,
I got
Everyone
my-
get on tweet now. Everyone
Taco's
get
not?
going.
Yes,
Everyone
Chad.
get
Yes,
right
yes,
now.
switch up those
I
Giant takes.
applied very late though. I applied after the first round was out.
I got my invite on accident.
Calvin,
I
are you in
did.
the
You got it on
Scott
purpose.
Fish Bowl? Are you in the Scott
I'm
Fish
in,
Bowl?
I'm in the Scott Fish Bowl in the Childish Gambino division, pick number 4.
Hey, Pink Floyd.
Real
Hey,
shit.
Ford, you're in my
Real shit.
group chat. Are you
You're in the
I'm in
group
the group chat. I'm
You
in the
are.
group chat.
He is. He
Childish
is.
Gambino.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Yeah, this is America.
Number 11,
hey,
baby.
everybody tag the Daily Sporting TDS on Twitter. I need
Daily
everybody
Sporting
to
for
add,
you,
Hey, we got you.
everybody at Scott Fish. We are getting Taco in the Scott Fish Bowl. Let's go.
Listen, man, it's been my dream. I promise if I get in there, I'll win it and I'll put us on the map, baby. I said the Giants did it, and I'll win with Daniel Jones. I'll win with Daniel Jones, and I'll get me some
This guy's just
Saquon
digging a
Barkley.
hole for himself right now. This guy's like fucking
Sweet
Cole Beasley right now.
Jones, tell him Sweet
He's
Jones.
doing some Cole Beasley
Oh,
shit. You want some
it's
Cole
a cold
Beasley
world,
shit?
baby.
Cole
It's a
Beasley shit
cold
right here.
world.
This guy.
It's a
Hey,
cold
Taco, you
world.
need to draft Matt Barkley first round if you get in.
Hey, Robbie.
Listen,
Robbie,
give me Vince
Yo.
Young. Give me Vince Young.
I got a question for Robbie.
What's up?
What's SportsMe?
Oh, yo.
See, so the thing about SportsMe is that you need to make sure. So here's
I've
the
never heard
thing.
of it. I've never heard of that.
You open up the App Store, correct? So whatever phone you have, it's either the Google Play Store on certain phones, sometimes like the Apple App Store, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But like, you know, so you have to open that up. You have to go to the search function, at which point your keyboard will pop up. At that point, you hit and you spell it out. SPORTSME. If you spell it incorrectly, it may complicate things.
Yo, Z2's pounding those Zimas down below there, man.
Bro, I want to drink with
those wine coolers are going down smooth tonight, huh?
Bro, I am trying to fucking I am trying to drink with Toby. Like I am like, yo, yes, I'm down. I cannot wait for Ken.
Hey, I'm a college kid, so they go down easy, man.
I'm a military veteran.
That goatee tells me everything about
I got you.
I guarantee our fantasy time. Like
dude, I had the same goatee when I was this guy's age, man. Same goatee.
I take
money, bro. Keep growing it as far as you can. Grow that shit out, baby. I had the same one when I was this guy's age, man. Grow that shit as far as you can. Man.
Hey, 23 is the new.
Yeah, dude.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I know exactly what we about to do here. Hey, all y'all killed it. All y'all dropped fire takes. We ain't even gonna do that fucking that last take because it's kind of bullshit. I just threw it on there to do it.
Kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
I take Logan Paul.
Oh, I ain't hell no. Mike Tyson all day. All right, you know what? Fucking now you're
scrapping.
Yo, y'all are bugging.
I think Will needs to give us the Ready to Rumble fucking announcement with that.
He's a sumo wrestler, so he should.
Listen, he needs to throw that left hand down and give us the Ready to Rumble thing.
Hey, you guys are mocking me about sumo wrestling. If any of you guys are trying to get it at the expo, come up to me. I'll get my diaper out. Strap it on.
Wait, stop it. All right, wait, stop. All right, Hutch.
I feel like Herms wants a piece of this.
Hey, Hutch, what up, Hutch? What up, Hutch?
How you doing, man?
Hutch, what up, Hutch?
What's up,
He's like,
Hutch?
what, 12?
I was on a show with Hutch last night. He's a cool dude.
Where the fuck is Hutch?
He's a cool dude.
Everybody that say what's up when we get out, we take something to drink.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, everybody sign off. Cal, where can people find you?
Ain't taking straight shots of tequila, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
All right, Cal.
Hey, where can they find you, Cal?
At BroCal38, you know what I'm talking about? Holla at me. It's
Follow him.
Autism awareness. That's what it's all about. It just hit me up.
Follow
Kind
him.
of drunk right now. It's all about the autism awareness. My son's
So lay it out one more time. Clear.
My son's fun. Hold on. Houston, let me make sure there's no problem.
I ain't never seen so many up close. Like I've never seen somebody's hands so close before. So many times.
That's because I'm a rookie. That's because I'm the rookie in OTAs. You know what I'm talking about? You motherfuckers is
no, man.
me.
I'm no.
It's rookie hazing, baby. It's rookie hazing. That's right. It's my first time.
Hey, you killed it.
Dude, you're popping and locking all over the place.
Y'all gonna
His draft stock's like Elijah Moore right now.
You know what I'm talking about? Y'all gonna pop my cherry, but I ain't gonna feel it. It's gonna be on.
I need a man who can make me feel it.
No, but for real, my son's funding for autism, for ABA, for applied behavior analysis got cut. So I decided to make a charity league, and my big goal is to make a what's it called? Excuse me. I want to make a grant. I want there to be a grant, not only in my son's name. I want it to be in my son's name and the Twitter fantasy football community, because you guys come together. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
That's
Amen.
real shit. That's for real. That's what it's all about. Not only in my son's name, and it's to help and for fantasy football community, and it's to help other families like mine, not to help my son, but to help other families like mine who can't afford or whose funding got cut to complete the ABA process. Just Google it, look it up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take all day on it, for real. ABA, that's the main shit for people with autism, applied behavior analysis. So I made a league. I got 12 people to join. I got the paper right here. The 12 people that joined is at Fantasy Stoner 901-646-3680, JWill294 at Jacob_Dale97, 49ers_76ers at Jacobo_Moses, at Upper Elo at Diego Ramirez 291, Dynasty Biggs, JB Cho Knows, and at the _ATJ. That's everybody who already joined and donated to add Autism Speaks or an autism awareness program in their community.
Good for them,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, and that's it. It's not about helping my son. It's about helping everybody else who's going through the same shit like my family. And I know that the Twitter community can come together and make that shit happen. And not only let the world know that we got this shit, but to let our wives and our baby mamas and shit know that fantasy football ain't stupid, bitch. That this shit is real, you know what I'm saying? That we come together on Twitter and make this shit happen, you know what I'm saying? For real. Because my baby mama, and I know just like all y'all baby mamas be like, oh, fantasy football stupid.
Bro,
fuck that shit, you know what I'm saying? For real. So let's come together for a real cause and make more leagues and just donate. The money ain't coming to me. I ain't seeing not a penny of this shit. Just donate it and come through, you know what I'm talking about?
Already.
Texas up in this bitch.
Let's go. Hey, Z2. Let them know where they can find you. Hey, by the way, I appreciate the dono hype. Yo, you know I love you, bro. Y'all know I love all y'all.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate that.
What is that, dude?
Phone
Hold
call
on, Robbie, real quick. What is that? I don't understand that shit. When something pops up like here,
That's a donation. Someone donated.
Amazing. So how does that happen? How can someone do that? I don't understand.
They click the $ next to like where you type. They click the $ and then on YouTube.
As a part of like the comment, there's a $sign tab.
Yeah.
Monetize your page.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just trying to get understand, and maybe there are folks that are watching right now that don't understand. So yeah, man, I was seeing that stuff, and yeah, man, I dig it. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. People don't have to. I don't ask, but when people do it, Z2, where can they find you, bro?
Hey, I'm on Twitter at Z2 Fantasy, and I do all the graphics for Real Deal Fantasy HQ. Shout out LQ and Triple Play Fantasy. You can find all my graphics there, and I put out content every once in a while. Most of it gets some hate because my takes are a little bit out there more than others, but I'll take it. If you have any questions or whatever, just ask me.
Amen to that. Amen to that. By the way, to this person here in the chat, on my Twitch channel, I don't fucking buy followers.
Oh wow!
Bro. I don't.
I might have
followers.
to look into that.
Yeah, I'm all organic.
How much
over
do followers cost anyway?
How
many do you buy if you have to buy them?
Exactly.
If you buy in bulk, does the price go down?
Hey, fantasy God, thank you, Will. Thank you, Will.
Wow, nice.
Oh, shit. Thank you, Will. He's like, bitch, I'm a big step, but I turn out that pour up.
Will said, I'm next.
I'm gonna buy that ad right here, right quick.
He only did that because you're Cleveland Brown take.
Oh,
he should be ashamed of my Cleveland
Not even
Brown
a little
take.
bit. Not even a little bit. I donated because I love Robbie's work.
Hey, I'll see that. I'll see that $100 come week 1.
No. Hold on. Okay, so Z2, I was just literally getting ready to shout out your work, but fuck that. Anyways, let me do this. Let me pivot.
Hey, give me a shout out real quick.
If you need a graphic designer, third and short. No, I'm just kidding. Third and short does do good work. But Z2 does do firework. I just was talking to him in the private chat.
Graphic stuff?
Great work.
He's a graphic guy.
Here we go, boys. So, Real Deal Fantasy or Real Fantasy God is my name. The only reason I donated money was
LQ. Is that you?
No. To shout out. Listen, LQ doesn't do whiteface. That's just not even appropriate.
What?
What just happened?
What? No, listen. I'm just trying to get viewers on the show. Listen,
that was fucking hilarious.
One thing. Robbie does so much good work. That's the only reason I donated. I don't want to plug my work. I don't want to plug anything else. I want to plug the Rumboyz. Robbie, if you're not following Robbie, you need to. If you're not following Z2 Fantasy, you need to, because both of them put so much work into the community. Herms as well. Everybody at Rumboyz does so well. That's the only reason I donated money, was so I could get a moment to shout them out, because literally Rumboyz is top-notch people, top-notch quality, and top-notch analytics. So just follow them, please.
Hey, yo, look at you!
It's you!
You
make me, it's you!
Here's the story of a man named Robbie.
All right. No, hey, I appreciate y'all. Drop the mic. Where can people find you and find your work, bro?
All right. You can on Twitter, you can find me at Drop the Mic F. You can find my work at goingfor2.com, and more importantly, come over and find me at SportsMe and let's battle.
Hell yeah.
Sports me, it's sports you.
Yeah, we might have to make you an offer and make you a fucking Rumboyz personality, Mike. This is becoming a routine.
Third week in a row, baby.
Yeah,
Third freaking week in a row.
Week in a row, yeah.
Hey, I'll take that offer if I'm on Rumboyz After Dark every week.
Yeah, I'll do it. Hey, Will, by the way, man, I appreciate you, man, so much. Like that shit is so humble of you. Thank you. Y'all are I'm gonna let people know that they're gonna check out. You need to check out the Fantasy Godcast, the Fantasy Football Godcast. Like you just got to. It's just amazing. Like he takes you behind the personalities and behind like the people like in the industry, and it's dope because you get to hear people like me talk shit. So, Taco, tell people where they can find you.
At MetLife Stadium.
Actually, I've only been to like one game.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You know, honestly, like when I'm right, y'all can come back and thank me later for seeing it on the Rumboyz, and that's why I want to thank the Rumboyz for having me on to explain my takes. Because last week I was watching and I saw, and I was like, "Oh no!" And I'm so glad that they brought me on so I can correct them and make this on the record on their show, so they can still be right when the Giants win this division. And the Jets fans are looking at the back page like, "God, why are the Giants winning again?"
You got the jalapenos again. Every time Taco talks, Calvin puts out.
Listen. I keep it spicy. I keep it fiery because I am the Taco Supreme. You can always find me at the Daily Sporting. Right now, the Daily Sporting for you. I'm running it like a personal page, but it is our brand page. But I gotta thank everybody on here, the graphical designers. Y'all always show me up because I make all the graphics for ourselves. So I'm looking at y'all stuff and I'm like, damn, all I got is Canva and this and that. I'm trying to make something happen, and y'all always show me up. But I have much love for y'all because y'all help so much to help the creators get their creative content out there. And I think y'all guys are probably the most underrated parts of the cog. Like y'all are really a big deal because those thumbnails, those pictures, and everything are a big deal. So
hey, hit me up, Taco.
I'm shouting out the graphics guys. It's a hard job.
Yo, fucking Peacock, like Z2 doing it, Jordan Short doing it, Craig, he's making GIFs and stuff and doing GIFs on Twitter for personalities that he fucks with. Like, yeah, like all y'all memes. Yeah, all y'all that are they're like chopping up memes and chopping up, you know, that graphic content, that are doing that content, like that is a form of content. That is not me being in front of a camera, this is just my form of content that I do.
Look at what I made. This is trash. Like,
hey, I got you, Taco. Send me that, and I'll turn it into something.
Yo, yeah, Larry. Hey, hit him with your sign off, bro. Hit him with your sign off, Larry.
Hey, man. So, yeah, man. Thanks to Robbie. We met and connected kind of organically through some stuff we were working on together, and I appreciate that. And I'm really thankful that I was able to come on tonight, and I really dig everything that you do and your contribution to this entire space. To be able to be a part of that is really humble, and I appreciate everyone that I've been on this pod with tonight, and I love all you guys. It's really been amazing. But yeah, man, I'm fucking FF Larry Monkey on Twitter. I host the Dynasty Hot Sauce Pod. We dropped an episode today. It fucking slaps. It's gonna fuck you up if you listen to it. Listen to it. It was on fire. We had Dave Wright, FF Spaceman, DLF writer, host of Rookie Fever, and also a Tale of Two Pods. But yeah, man. So yeah, man, that's where we're at right now, man. I host the Dynasty Hot Sauce Pod, and follow us. Follow me. Follow my co-host at RunDFF. He's the man as well, and man, that's what we do. We put out fucking content. We push money content that will kick you in the fucking balls, and it will also punch you in the fucking teeth. It's good stuff. Just check out the Hot Sauce Pod and then give us a fucking review, baby. I was gonna say cunt and whatever. So
no, you can't.
In the balls for the chicks. Anyway,
go ahead, Herms.
Oh man, dude, I saw toward the beginning of the show, I saw a comment mentioning the fact that I looked bored, and I will say I wasn't bored, but I definitely had a really weird day today. And coming into this, I didn't feel super great. But I feel like if you've watched the whole time, you've noticed that as the show has gone along, I've gotten a little better and better. Now, does part of that have to do with this? Sure. But I will say a lot of it has to do with the fact that every Friday night I get to look forward to hanging out with these fine people here at Rumboyz. You know, there is something that I cannot put a price on, whether it is in monetary or emotional value or whatever the hell it is. Like, this shit's important, man. You know what I mean? Like, this shit helps me, and I hope that anybody who watches this just like fucking helps you too. You know, because like at the end of the day, regardless of our professional aspirations and all this shit, it's just like we are doing this shit to entertain people, to help people, to make people feel happy. And if you are enjoying it as a viewer, thank you, because I enjoy the fact that you're watching us do that shit, and that brings me a lot as well. So thank you to everybody who watches. Thank you to everybody who follows me or any of the other people on here, or just and thank that man right there, Robbie. You're the man. I love you.
You work here. You work here.
But I'm just saying, it's just like, but like you didn't have to, you didn't have a gun to your head to have me here. You know what I mean? Like you were gracious enough to just bring me onto this and give me a Friday night activity that went, no matter how awful the week is, I can come down and know that like, all right, it's Friday. This week sucked, but fuck it. It's time for Rumboyz After Dark. And that shit means a lot, man. So it's just like, being like you, the fucking viewers, the people who follow, all that shit, just like straight up. Like it helps me a lot, It's like mental health issues are fucking real. Shout out type 2 bipolar disorder. Shout out mental health awareness. And also shout out what Calvin was talking about earlier. It's like when I was in high school, I worked with the differently abled in it was called the Buddy Club. That's what we like I helped like we choreographed an entire musical that like that department of the school did, and like working with those students or whatever. It's just like that's just fucking important. That shit really opened my eyes and made me a more empathetic person. You know what I mean? Like you got to be able, like these are important things to support.
Yeah.
What happens up in the dome is very, very important. Whether it's just like no matter what the fuck it is. So just like be an empathetic person, care for people, do your shit, don't be an asshole, and like Cole Beasley, if you're listening, please just get vaccinated. So
vaccinated, Cole.
Hey, before you go, Robbie, Herms, shout out to the shirt you're wearing. I support that right there.
100%.
Especially with Juneteenth right around the corner. That's something that everybody should be educated about. Period.
Yes, amen.
That's all I want to say.
I cannot wait tomorrow. Barbecue and just everything. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Hope I didn't fuck it up.
Yeah. Tomorrow's our independence, so we get to have fun tomorrow. But nah. Happy Juneteenth to everyone out there viewing. No matter what race, religion, culture, whatever. Gender. Like happy Juneteenth. Like it is a big deal. And it is awesome. So I want to first start with that. Second, you guys can catch me, Google me, rumboyz.com. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Just type Rumboyz with a Z. Like you're gonna find me. I don't have to go into all the different handles. Honestly, at this point, I feel like that's I could do something better with my time. With that being said, though, y'all know me. Y'all know that I'm always gonna be myself, and I'm always myself when I'm giving you guys my content. Like I tweeted out this morning, I had an amazing therapy session. I did a very, very, very. I had a great therapy session this morning.
Shout out therapy.
I have my next therapy session Tuesday at 4, the 22nd at 4. Guys.
It's like we could go on for another hour.
Take care of your mentals.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, guys, take care of your mentals, all that stuff, give back.
Do it.
We do have fun on this show. We come here, to have drinks and, to relax and like Herm said, entertain you guys. We appreciate donations because that shows that our time means something to you guys. We don't ask for it, but it shows that it means something to you guys.
Amazing.
With that being said and with that being stated, just wake up tomorrow and put your best foot forward. And because we're going to do the same things. And we just challenge y'all to do that. Other than that, cheers to me. Cheers to you. all the Rumboys and girls what it do. Dilly, motherfucking Dilly. Happy
Dilly,
Friday,
motherfucking Dilly. It's straight
Dilly,
tequila.
Dilly.
I done had enough. Fuck that shit.